How's it going, people? Jack here with another video, and it's been quite a while since I checked out something from the Dnd channel, who ever since has renamed himself as an author. Now, it wouldn't go past me to have Dnd actually write a book about, I don't know, coding or developing. That is very feasible, but I don't know, it sounds like a bit. So we're going to check out the reasons why first before we dive into today's video. For I guess that I have somewhat earned a reputation as an AI hater because of my very, in my opinion, grounded reasons to dislike the abuse of AI and how it is that corporations have been implementing it in areas that are not really needed. But if there is one area where AI definitely can do wonders, it is its implementation within Dnd campaigns because of the sheer absurdity that tends to occur there. I know that it is the video second to this one, but I still kinda need to understand why is it that Dnd actually became an author.
Hey, I'm Dnd. I'm a YouTuber. That is actually pretty embarrassing, it turns out. Not because of the actual job, obviously. It's just that when you meet old people, like at a family reunion or airport or whatever, and they ask, what do you do for a living? And you're like, I'm a YouTuber. They don't understand what that means. Their eyes kind of glaze over. And they imagine some guy like screaming at Minecraft on his computer. There's not actual respect for what I do.
I mean, it's better than being called an influencer, especially with regards to older people. For I don't know about you, but when growing up, being an influencer was not a positive thing.
Not like another artist, not like an author, which is why it's time for this to change. It's why it's time for me to finally get some respect from old people. It's time for me to introduce my new book, A Dnd Story. This is a real book. It is out now on Amazon.com, which means I can introduce myself to people as a published author. Not only that, because I won a streamer award that one time like 3 years ago, technically I can introduce myself as an award-winning published author.
Wow. Wow.
But this is not a good book. This book is the word Doug written about 50,000 times in a row. There's nothing else in here. Every chapter is just Doug. I'd kind of tried to make it look like a story. There isn't one. I even took chapters from other books entirely and just replaced all the words with Doug. Like the sex scene from 50 Shades of Grey or the Bible. Doesn't matter though, because technically this is a book, which means technically I'm an award-winning published author. We even rented this fancy-ass house to take promotional pictures to make this look like a legit book.
Oh. You know what? I've seen a wonderful trend recently. There was this guy who made a short with a skateboard as it was constantly like alternating the outcome that one would expect, which was nice because this is the kind of thing that we kind of need to have AI trained, because I am willing to bet that as of now, people on Amazon, if it's definitely one of the places where you want to have a book sold, have already made AI copies of these just to resell them faster. And so we kind of need to have AI trained on this stupidity so that, well, at least in the areas where they're being misused, that they no longer are.
Cheers! Now, of course, I'm banking on the fact here that nobody is actually going to read any of the book, because if they read a single page, they'll realize there's nothing in here. But what I'm hoping is they just go on Amazon and they see that it's a real book with a real promotional material of this house, and they see that there's a real foreword by a real author, and they go, wow, that's very impressive, young man. You're really making a difference in the world. And that's all that matters. So thanks so much for being a part of this next chapter of my life. And thank you for supporting charity, because all of the profits from this book are going to go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium so that it's actually for something useful. And that's really great. That's a super good cause. Cool. I hope you support ocean conservation, but I just really want to reiterate, no rational person should read this book. But hey, neither will the boomers. And that's exactly what we're counting on. So thanks for being here for Doug, A Dnd Story. And now I'm off to live my life as an author.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so now it makes perfect sense. Now, I get it. I get the bit now. Alright, so back to the fun stuff. Well, it's funniest stuff. A Dnd campaign where he built 3 different AIs with increasingly bad ideas. This is a concept that he has tried before, I think almost a year ago, perhaps 8 months. At least he has tried doing this before to varying degrees, but I guess that the AI has finally been trained well to increase the insanity. Of course, please do make sure to go and subscribe to the Bell Pepper himself, and let's get into it.
Today we're going to create 3 different AI characters and then see if they can survive a full Dungeons & Dragons campaign that I've created. However, there is a twist. Instead of just making a single D&D adventure, I've designed this world like a roguelike, where the AI characters start here at the bottom of the map and they have to choose their way to the top of the map while collecting items, and they'll get a completely different experience based on the route that they chose to take. The idea here is that this is a repeatable campaign that's going to be very different every time based on what the players choose to do. And then the fun part is that we'll create 3 completely new AI characters every stream and then see if this new party can survive to the very end, or if they just die in a fiery explosion. Well, after a lot of setup, we made 3 AI characters, we set them out into this world, and they died in a fiery explosion. Creamy, the pyromaniac snowman, burned to death in a tavern that he set on fire for no reason. Noodle, the otter, blew herself up with an explosive barrel. And Fernando, the New York City flamingo, actually almost won the entire campaign after his party died because he is a psychotic menace. But then he got pushed into lava and died.
As he extends his wing, I pretend to accept the handshake. But at the last second, I yank him towards me and spin around, aiming to hurl him into the lava pool with all the strength of...
So our first team we made couldn't quite survive to the end of the campaign. However, this was more of a test run. I was still figuring out the tech setup and how to balance the AIs being entertaining while also actually following the rules of the game. Turns out that's kind of difficult. But by the end of this test campaign, I had everything sorted out, which means now it's time for the first real, true run of the Dungeons & Dragons roguelike campaign.
Rodri,
our new AI party is going to start at the bottom of the map, attempt to fight their way through 5 different scenarios, and then defeat the final boss at the end. And to be clear, if they play badly, they will die. This entire concept is based on a roguelike, so if they make terrible decisions, they're going to be punished. And to make things even harder, the final boss of the campaign is now the 3 AI adventurers from the last run, which means our new party must not only survive the entire journey, but also win a fight against those 3 pyromaniac lunatics at the very end. And with all of that in mind, let's create our new party. First up, we created an AI bear named Sir Roderick. This bear is inspired by...
It's important to note one thing. While the creation of Dog are insane, and witnessing some of these AIs live during his streams, it's quite hilarious. There will always be some bits and pieces that are left out. These sessions are very, very long. One thing that cannot be understated is the labor of his editors, because they can seemingly make any single thing that he does, regardless of how trivial they are, be absolutely epic, especially to the way that they edit the audio.
Bear Grylls, which means he's obsessed with finding the most extreme ways to survive harsh outdoor conditions, including drinking his own pee, like Bear Grylls did that one time for no reason.
He did. Improve, adapt.
He's beautiful. Next up, we created an engineer chicken lady named Clucky McCluckerface. She is a brilliant inventor, or at least she thinks she is. So she tries to invent new machines and gadgets to solve all of her problems. And lastly, we created a slug named Slugma. Honestly, we found a picture of a slug on this artwork website, and I think Twitch chat was just really excited by that. We decided to base Slugma on Gollum from Lord of the Rings, who has a split personality and is obsessed with shiny objects. And with all that, we've created our dream team of AI adventurers. Maybe. I feel like they're a little bit insane still. But before we actually begin, I'll allow each one of them to bring their character's most prized possession with them into the story.
Hold on, I had to put on the headset because I am not going to wear earbuds for the remaining almost 2 hours of this.
Roderick, let's start with you. What is your most prized possession?
Ah, yes. The most critical survival item for any extreme adventurer. My most prized possession is my gourmet canteen.
Not for pee.
Perfectly sized for storing plenty of life-saving homemade bear pee. Always remember, pee is your best friend in dire situations. The Bear Code insists upon it.
I love him already. He's perfect. That's a great voice for him. Clucky, what is your most prized possession?
Yo, my most precious piece has got to be my multi-eggomatic 3000 dig it.
Somebody write that down.
It's a quirky contraption I rigged up to scramble, fry, or even hatch the random eggs I lay. Might be a tad unpredictable, but hey, that's just how I roll.
And Slugma, what is your most prized possession?
My most precious. my precious. Big Papa's got this shiny pebble. Don't look at it. It's mine, all mine.
I hate it.
If anyone dares to touch Big Mama's shiny, they'll taste my slime. Oh, yes, they will.
Jesus Christ, the boys.
This sucks. I hate him. And now, finally, let the D&D roguelike campaign begin. Good luck, team. Let's see if you survive. Our story begins with 3 adventurers waking up on a Monday morning, living out their normal lives, when suddenly a misty fog surrounds each one of you. Your vision goes dark. The world around you fades to black, and a few moments later, you find yourself emerging from a cauldron inside of a wizard's tower. In the cauldron on the left, Sir Roderick McFeatherbottom, a survivalist bear. Next, Clucky McCluckerson emerges from an orange cauldron, stepping forth as a chicken inventor artificer. And finally, a giant slug creature named Slugma pops out of a purple cauldron. As the 3 of you look around and adjust to your surroundings, you see a wizard step forth. This wizard with lots of hair says, "Adventures, I am the wizard Dug, and I need your help. With the help of my god Twitch chat, I have summoned you here to this faraway place because this land is stuck in a time loop. But Twitch chat and I think the time loop can be broken if you defeat the 3 shadowy creatures who live far to the north in
top of the
Obsidian Peak.
volcano.
I summoned you here to my tower because I heard that you're the 3 greatest adventurers of all time. And if you can defeat those 3 shadow creatures, the loop should break and you'll return back to your normal lives. But be warned, if you fall in battle, you will become the shadow creatures for the next time loop and be stuck here for all eternity. So please, adventurers, travel north to Obsidian Peak, kill the shadow creatures that venture there, and free us from this time loop." As the wizard finishes his speech, you as a party have a moment to discuss.
All right, team, listen up. The key to surviving this wizard's tower and breaking the
Maintain hydration.
hydration,
He's trying to...
preferably with a source only you can provide.
The adventure hasn't
by
even
showing you how it's done.
Okay.
He proceeds to drink own pee from
my God.
while narrating. This is crucial in extreme environments and forms the backbone of the bear code. Now, let's discuss our perilous journey.
Let's hear from Clucky.
Yo, hold up, hombres. Before we start hoofing it to
Pollos
Obsidian Peak, I
hermanos.
got a tinker. Gonna repurpose this cauldron into a steam-powered egg catapulter.
That's fine. Slugma, any thoughts before we get...
Big Papa pays no mind to your egg catapultery and bear pee.
That-
We must
oh
search
my
this
God.
tower for shiny. Big Mama needs your precious. Starts manically licking the walls in front of the
walls.
Being the worst team ever.
Hey,
and verbally
Slugma.
berating happy-looking objects.
Slugma to die! Slugma, as you start going up to the walls and licking things and calling the wizard's possession stupid. No, please, Slugma, hold on. I brought you here not to lick my furniture, but to adventure north, to stop the shadow creatures.
Send
Please,
them away.
Here is a world map, and he hands you a document that shows where you are, far to the south of these lands, and many different buildings, obstacles, scenarios that lie ahead of you. And he says, right now, party, you have 3 different roads that you could take. Each leads to a different destination. To the left, there's a well-known tavern. They have a lot of patrons there, but I've heard they can get a little bit rowdy. The middle path, if you choose to take it, leads to the garden of a well-known alchemist. She might even be able to sell you some healing potions if you become hurt down the road. And to the right is an icy lake that must be crossed with some sort of famous goblin inventor, although nobody's really heard of him before right now. Adventurers, which route will you choose to take? Let's hear from Roderick
Remember a
first.
similar
In
scenario
times
not
of
so long
an
ago.
unexpected adventure, survival often depends on strategic planning. Let's take the path to the icy lake.
Okay.
We must challenge ourselves with the most extreme conditions imaginable. Turns to the imaginary camera. Remember, folks, crossing a frozen lake with an unknown goblin inventor could be a critical survival drill.
Sounds like the perfect spot to test my newest invention, the egg skates. One sec. Let me grab some scrap metal from this cauldron and turn
Okay,
my
she's-
clucking feet into ice gliders.
Okay, she's trying to invent ice skates or whatever.
Big Mama won't go near the curt icy
Well,
lake.
you got outvoted.
The Lakers haunt it. We must shine. Shine at the alchemist's garden. Yes, shiny pots and shiny potions.
Okay,
Slithers manically toward the map,
Leading.
at the lake and pointing frantically at the garden.
Okay, I'll let Clucky reply.
Yo, hold your gooey horses, Slugma. How about this? We mix it up with a detour. I'll rig up a portable egg sniffer.
What?
Let's let science decide our path.
It turns out your invention doesn't work because the destinations are far to the north. You're gonna have to travel for a day or two to get there. Final decision, Slugma?
Big Papa says, no lakes, only shiny treasures. We go to the alchemist's garden,
Okay.
find delicious, salty potions, begin slithering toward the door, leaving a sticky trail of slime behind.
Okay, Slugma's
Shiny objects and cursing
Slugma's
the
already
Lakers
moving
under his breath.
towards... Okay, we'll see what Roderick says.
All right, adventurers, we'll venture into the alchemist's garden.
Okay.
But always be
Slugma
prepared
does
for
convince
the unpredictable. Turns to the
the
camera.
party to
Remember,
change.
folks, whether it's shiny objects or deadly potions, adaptability is key. Hydration check with some pee, and let's charge forward in the spirit of the
check
bear
with some
code.
And thus the party decides to take the middle route towards the alchemist's garden. I think they're gonna kill themselves. After a day or two of traveling, the three of you find a clearing in the forest next to a river and see in front of you a quaint cottage nestled alongside the river and some farms to your right. A woman is standing outside and hails you. Adventurers, might you help an old injured herbalist? As you step closer to her, she says, you see, I gather honey from the giant Asian hornet bees across the river for my potions, but yesterday I fell
Those
off
are
that
dangerous.
damn rickety bridge and sprained my leg. Now I can't go out and collect any honey. If you were to gather some honey for me, I could use its magical properties to make you some healing potions. But you do need to be extremely gentle. The bees are easily angered and will protect their hive. Roderick, what do you do first?
A challenging task indeed, but nothing the bear code can handle. Turns to the camera. In extreme circumstances like these, it's crucial to employ the art of deception. I'll need to cover myself in mud
Okay.
and honey, then roll around in the wildflowers to mask my scent.
Okay, I will allow that. Roderick, you roll around in the dirt and the mud. There isn't honey nearby because you haven't collected any, but you do get yourself really grimy and covered in various nature. Clucky, what do you do?
Alrighty, hold up, crew. Before we cross that janky bridge, let's suave things up with some clucky ingenuity.
All right, so she might invent something to help with
rig
the
up
bridge.
a leaf glider using this massive leaf and some twigs around here.
Okay.
If we fall, we'll at least glide down gracefully like badasses.
You know what? That's actually not, I mean, it's not a good, I won't say it's a good idea. Don't mishear me or whatever. I'm going to allow that. Clucky, you gather
She's a
up various
chicken.
leaves and attempt to make a glider, which may or may not help you as you choose to cross the bridge. Slugma, what would you like to do?
Big Papa don't trust no rickety bridges. Big Mama's
Papa.
gonna slime it up instead.
Okay.
Activates trail of slime to leave a sticky, slippery path that we can crawl across the bridge safely.
Okay.
Excuse me, why does he sound like a Victorian Biggie Smalls? Big Papa.
A precious, shiny honey awaits.
Okay.
No lakers or lakes can stop us.
I would argue this could actually work. Okay, Slugma, you move towards the bridge and you activate your slime. You do need to cross the bridge successfully and safely, but if you do, the slime behind will make it easier for your companions to follow you safely. Let's roll a die. 7 or above and you cross the bridge. I really tried to give it to him here. Unfortunately, Slugma, as you are sliming across the bridge, you slip on your own slime, and you fall off the side of the bridge and are hanging on by just a little gooey finger. The drop is not perilous below, but you have just a moment before you're about to slip and fall. Roderick, what do you do?
All right, survival instinct kicking in. When a companion
he's
is in
gonna drink
peril on a
pee.
rickety bridge, there's only one solution. Initiate a high-energy rescue maneuver. I'll leap off the bridge into the river
What?
below.
Oh, why?
Aiming to catch Slugma mid-fall and cushion our impact with a well-timed belly flop.
Okay.
Always save your mates. Bear code rule number 7.
Okay, instead of just helping him or anything, you lunge over at Slugma. As he starts to slip and fall, you grab him midair and try to cushion the fall. Unfortunately, it's like a 15-foot drop, so this will be hard, but if you roll a 15 or above, you cushion both of you guys. Let's see.
And that's 7.
You heroically grab Slugma, you bear hug him, and you both crash into the water below painfully, each taking 1 heart of damage. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
Hold tight, wingman. I'll glide down like a feathered superhero on my leash glider.
Don't jump.
But first, I'm going to grab some of this goo for my next invention. Geronimo, time for the test flight.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I will say the cushion of all the leaves helps a little bit, but this is still a dangerous and unnecessary jump. So as long as you roll a 10 or above, you do get down there safely. And you roll a 5. Lucky, you jump down there
What
and
a
crash,
start.
also taking 1 point of damage. Sir Roderick, all 3 of you are now in the river, somewhat hurt, but still stable. What do you do? If your friends jumped off a bridge, would you? Yeah, this is exactly what happened.
Sputtering angrily, I activate my sticky surface ability and start crawling
Okay.
up the riverbank towards the beehives.
Okay, beautiful.
Yelling at the river water and cursing all things happy. Off to get the shiny nectar, Big Mama will prevail.
Slugma, you
Big
crawl
Mama.
up the bank of the river, and because you've still activated your slime, that means you're leaving a trail of sticky slime behind you that Roderick and Clucky can climb up. Roderick, you are up. What would you like to do? Slugma's doing great. Slugma's the best party member. The other 2 just jumped into the river for
Excellent
no
maneuver,
reason.
Slugma. Turns to the camera. Remember, folks, sticking together and using the environment is pivotal in survival situations. I shall now climb up Slugma's sticky trail and prepare my gourmet canteen.
No, you don't need-
Hydration
okay.
is key when facing angry bees.
Okay. Alrighty,
Okay.
Roderick, you successfully make your way up the river.
What type of hydration there, little bear?
Riverbank. From across the river, the alchemist, Rhea, she shouts, I just need 2 vials of honey, please, but be careful. If you disturb the hive at all, the bees will get extremely angry. Clucky, you have an opportunity to move. What do you choose to do?
All right, time to finesse this operation. I'll use my egg sniffer invention to gently extract the honey.
What is
no
that?
buzzing drama.
Okay,
just
we'll say she
smooth
moves up.
moves. Let's snatch that nectar without ruffling any feathers.
Okay, Clucky, you attempt to invent an egg sniffer,
Very,
which I don't know what that is, but if you roll a 13 or above, it actually works pretty successfully as a device.
Very fitting with
And you roll a
oh.
13. So this egg sniffing device does seem to be maybe one of those smokers that the beekeepers use to help calm down the bees. And that means you're going to have advantage as you reach into this honey hive for a bit of that sweet, delicious honey. As long as you roll an 8 or above, you successfully extract the honey without disturbing the bees.
Come on.
And you roll an 18.
Oh,
Congratulations,
nice.
Clucky. You've reached into the first beehive and pulled out a big glob of honey. Slugma, you are up next. As a reminder, the alchemist asked you for 2. What do you guys think the odds are that he tries to eat the honey? Because
Big Papa loves the shiny honey.
I feel like he's going to try to eat it.
I shall retrieve more, but I must have my precious.
Oh, God.
Activate sticky surface again to cling close to the hive.
No, don't do that.
Carefully extracting honey while mumbling about the Lakers and their cursed lakes. If anyone tries to take Big
Lakers.
Mama's precious, they'll get slimed. Oh, yes, they will.
Okay, you stick to the surface of the beehive and attempt to extract more honey from the same hive. Because Clucky already gathered some, it's going to be a little bit harder to get it. So thus, you must only roll a 9 or above to gather honey.
Right, that makes sense.
And you roll a
Damn.
16. Slugma, you successfully
They are
reach into the
lucky.
beehive and pull out a big sticky glob of honey. You as a group now have 2. You could head back to the alchemist or stick around and get more. Roderick, what do you do? Here's the problem. They're good to go, but I'm worried Roderick will try to like bear hug one of the beehives right now.
Turns to the camera in extreme survival scenarios. Always go the extra mile. While we have enough honey, let's get more in case the alchemist needs extra. But first, a quick hydration break. Takes out canteen and drinks
Drink
OP.
pee.
Okay, he starts.
This will boost my energy as I approach the next hive to gather additional honey.
Okay, he goes to
bear
the
code.
next hive.
Over-prepare, never undersell.
Okay, Roderick, you drink some of your own bear pee from your canteen and you move over to the next hive. How?
In the way that I've heard somebody describe bears before, they are some crazy ass dogs. Because they will go after that beehive. We have dogs who have gone after beehive and have been stung before. That's unfortunate. But yeah, because of their nature being somewhat obese with the thick fur and of course like 20 to 30 or sometimes even 40% plus body fat, they are not going to be affected by a sting of a bee. I guess that one should take into the equation that Roderick is kind of immune to the sting, or at least the roll of the dice should be very low.
However, as the party is approaching the next hive, you hear a rustling to the east, and entering the clearing from the opposite side of the garden is a massive bear. This bear is not humanoid. It is clearly not intelligent.
I spoke too soon. Here comes the actual unit.
But you can see it stepping out into the open grove and sniffing. Clucky, what do you choose to do? As a reminder, you do have enough honey.
Hold your feathers, crew. Time for a wacky clucky contraption. I'll attach the egg sniffer to a tree branch and use it as a bear distractor 9000.
Okay.
Let's see if we can lure old Grizzly away from the hives without ruffling any feathers or
What's
bees.
Clucky think she is? The freaking
You
CIA
attempt to
with
turn the egg
gadgets?
sniffing thing that you made successfully into yet another device, 12 or above, and you successfully make the invention.
Weapon of mass destruction.
19. You use the nearby tools from the garden to transform your bear egg sniffer into a bear distractor. And you run towards the bear, holding it aloft, tossing it out to the side, past the edge of the garden. The bear looks back and forth between the nearest beehive and the bear sniffer distractor, and then you see it exit the clearing. Slugma, you're up next. What do you want to do?
Honey! Precious honey secured. Big Mama's got no time for this bear nonsense.
Okay, get out of here.
Activates trail of slime and speeds towards the alchemist.
Okay, beautiful.
leaving a sticky
Slugmaster
path
best.
behind to trip up any pursuers.
Yeah.
Let's get our shiny rewards and leave this miserable garden away from cursed lakes and stupid bears.
All right, Slugma, let's make sure that you were able to cross
Big
successfully
Papa's
this time.
a
If you roll a
W.
7 or above, you manage to cross the bridge. You roll a 12, and thus you are able to cross the bridge carefully and leave a trail of sticky slime behind you. Roderick, what do you choose to do? Honestly, Roderick's the wild card. I feel like this is the scariest option right here. He might go try to fuck with the bear instead of just leaving. If they leave, they get 2 healing potions.
Turns to the camera. When dealing with both honey and potential threats, going above and beyond is key.
Oh no.
I'll use my speak to animals ability to communicate with this colossal bear.
No!
A dignified diplomatic greeting will establish bear-to-bear communication and ensure it helps
Roderick,
us in line
stop.
with the ancient bear code.
Okay.
Stop!
We knew this was a potential problem. Roderick, the bear is still distracted, but from behind him, you growl out at him with a diplomatic greeting. Now, you've never really been clear whether your speak to animals ability works, but in this case, recognizing your own bear kind, you shout to it as the bear listens and responds as long as you roll a 5 or above. And you roll a 10. You see the bear turn slightly, give an appreciative growl at you, and then turns back to the bear distracting device that Clucky threw earlier. Clucky, you are now up. The bear is thoroughly distracted and maybe even placated. What do you do?
All right, time to bounce before things get hairy.
Yes,
I'll activate my
well,
weak flight to
hairy.
glide across the
Why?
river safely and catch
Use
up with
the
Slugma.
bridge! Use the goddamn bridge!
Geronimo, let's soar out of this bear buzz fest.
Clucky, you run over to the bridge, and instead of using the slime-covered bridge, which would have been very safe, you activate weak flight. You are most likely going to make it. You just have to roll a 5 or above. And you roll a 2. Clucky, as you lunge out over the river, your wings give out, and you smash headfirst back into the rocks in the water below, going down to just 1 health. Roderick, what do you got? Please run away. Please run away. Please run away.
Turns to the camera. All right, viewers, it's time for a tactical retreat.
What?
I'll cross the slime-covered bridge to regroup with Clucky and Slugma and get
All
this
right.
honey to the alchemist.
Yeah!
Oh,
Always
finally.
remember, a
All
smart
right.
bear knows when to advance and when to strategically withdraw.
That's smart. Okay, he's got some
Okay.
balance here. You cross the bridge safely thanks to Slugma's slime, and you watch as Clucky picks herself back up and meets with y'all on the other side of the river. The 3 of you now have 2 globs of precious honey on you, and Raya the Alchemist turns to you and says, fantastic! Hand those over to me. I'll whip you up some healing potions real quick. Slugma, what do you do?
No. Big Mama's honey, my precious. Holds the honey close and glares at Rhea. If you want it, you must promise shiny potions. Oh, yes. Starts muttering about the Lakers and slime while gripping the honey with gooey determination.
Yes, I have a reputation. The wizard Doug, I've given him potions before. Please, Big Mama, Big Papa, I'm not quite clear what your name is. If you hand over that honey, you even look a bit hurt, I can whip up the healing potion in just about 10 minutes.
All right. Big Mama expects glittering precious potions in return, or else.
Clucky, you
Or
have the
else.
other glob of honey. What do
The
you choose?
Lakers.
No
God
worries,
damn
Slugma.
it.
I've got
That's
you
gonna
covered.
stick.
Wait, what was that?
Handing over the honey to Rhea.
Okay.
No pun intended. Goddamn Lakers.
But I'm rigging up a honey potion quality analyzer 5000 to make sure these potions are top notch.
Perfect. Clucky, you try to invent a honey analyzer as long as you roll a 13 or above. Unfortunately, the machine just doesn't really seem to come together in the way that you hoped. But Rhea looks at you two and says, "Thank you so much. I'll be back in just a few minutes." She heads into her cabin, and you see her start to pour the honey into a variety of vials and beakers with delicious-smelling smoke coming out of there. You hear from inside, "Alrighty, it's done!" And Rhea walks out and hands one potion to you, Clucky, and one potion to you, Slugma. As far as the three of you can tell, these look like legitimate healing potions, which, as you know, would heal one of your hearts. What do you choose to do with the potions? Hopefully Clucky drinks one.
Shiny potion indeed, but can we trust it?
Yeah.
Big Papa drinks it first, glares at the potion suspiciously before downing it in one gulp, expecting immediate betrayal.
As you feel it coursing through your veins with a sinister realization that, in fact, this is a healing potion, and it works! And you are back up to 3 hearts. Full health, in fact. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
Cluck, yeah. Slugma's looking shiny and new.
Cluck,
I'll
yeah.
down this potion, but I'll
Cluck,
mod it with a feather
yeah.
reactor first, just to ensure there's no aftertaste. Booyah, bottoms up.
Who cares if there's after? You, Clucky, congratulations, go up to 2 hearts. With the party looking healthier, the alchemist Rhea points at you and says, "Thanks so much for helping me out today. I'll see you around soon." And she heads back
Let's
to her
Clucky
cabin. Adventurers, you are now
go.
able to move back into the world map and head farther north to your next scenario. Is there anything you choose to do before then? I'll let Roderick speak, and otherwise we're going forward to scenario number 2. He's probably just going to drink his pee, and then we're moving on.
Turns to the camera. All right, viewers, after a successful honey mission and a vital hydration break, it's time to venture onward.
Huzzah!
Before we proceed,
No.
I'll consult the bear code by making a ceremonial peace circle.
Okay.
This ensures prosperity for our next journey. Let's
ceremonial,
get north
okay.
and find those shadow creatures.
That's fine. Before heading north, you get into the ceremonial circle of the bear code, and you all help refill Roderick's canteen. As you watch the canteen fill up, your emotions are stirred, knowing that this is what true chivalry looks like.
The fact that this is the thumbnail is fucking wild. Holy shit. Oh my god. I did not see this coming. That's so nasty.
And with the ritual complete, the 3 of you look to the north. There are 2 options ahead of you. The map says that to the left there's a road which goes to a lake. But you've heard that there's a very friendly sea captain there who runs a ferry who can get you across that lake safe and sound. And the road to the east takes you through a fey forest, a forest full of mysterious creatures and magics. There are rumors that a powerful oracle lives there. Adventurers, do you choose to go left to the lake or right to the fey forest?
Pause. I'm feeling a tingling in my feathers telling me to hit up that fey forest. Betcha there's a sweet new gadget or magical doohickey waiting for us there. Sounds like a blast.
That's true. Clucky's on board. Slugma, what you got?
No! Big Papa refuses to go near the lake.
Okay.
Cursed Lakers haunt those waters.
Okay, Slugma's
fey
very
forest it
passionate
is.
about it. Jesus
Starts
Christ.
slithering towards the forest.
Okay, he
entrance,
leaves his-
muttering about shiny treasures and the Lakers' eternal
Yes.
doom.
Yeah.
Bro,
Mama
it's the
promises
Lakers.
We'll find precious shinies and avoid the watery treachery.
Okay, all right. So,
Turns to the camera. As survival experts, we must embrace the mysterious and the unknown.
Bruv, if you're a Boston Celtic watching this right now, I need you to advocate for your mascots being changed into Slugma. Because the hatred against the Lakers is insane.
The bear code dictates that fey forests offer unique
Okay,
challenges
everybody
and potential
on
allies.
board.
Into the unknown with courage and pee.
these aren't synonymous.
Courage
The
and
party
Pete.
adventures on the eastern path towards the Fey Forest. I will say, I hate Slugma, but he's also maybe the greatest character we've ever made. For a while, you encounter nothing, simply beautiful foliage and sparkling water, but eventually you come across a small cottage in the middle of an island passing through, sorry Slugma, a lake. As you enter into the cottage doors, you look across the room and see a very, very old, wizened woman. She beckons to you. She says, newcomers. I haven't seen anyone travel this path in a long time. In fact, I haven't seen anything in a long time. I've been blind for decades. I wouldn't mind, but I haven't seen true beauty in so long. So I propose a trade. If you tell me a story of the most beautiful sight you've ever seen, I will gift you with one of my rare trinkets. She doesn't even seem to notice the many magical potions, equipment, and explosive barrels that sit around her, but she sits with an aura of extreme confidence. Roderick, what do you do?
Turns to the camera. When recounting tales of beauty, always draw upon the most profound experiences. The most beautiful sight I've ever seen was the golden glow of dawn shimmering off a pristine lake as I took a life-saving gulp of my own. It's an image that embodies survival, resilience, and the Bearcoat's core. Turns back to the Oracle-wise oracle. That liquid gold sunrise has forever changed my perspective on beauty.
Liquid gold sunrise. Oh my days. That could be the actual name of a drink. Liquid Gold Sunrise. Sponsored by Heatap. With a bear holding the bottle.
Beautiful, Roderick. The Oracle closes her eyes as he begins talking, and she smiles serenely as you describe
taps it
the
himself.
Experience on the lake. That golden experience. But then suddenly she mutters an incantation to herself. And the three of you feel things getting a bit blurry, a bit fuzzy. And suddenly, all three of you feel that you are actually in that scene, standing at the lake that Roderick described. You can feel the wind on your face. You can feel the pee in your throat.
You know what I mean with the editors and those subtle water added in there?
Everything about the experience feels completely real. Clucky, what do you do? Before you answer, the Oracle says, yes, what else is beautiful about this scene?
You know what really makes this scene clucking magical? The reflection of the sunrise on an egg reflecto mirror I just whipped up, rigging some tools to create a dazzling egg lens function. Now see the beauty of nature and innovation combined.
Very interesting, the Oracle says. That's also quite beautiful. But unfortunately, these dreams, sometimes they can turn into nightmares. And you see a massive squid creature emerge from the golden lake. This squid creature is huge and terrifying. You feel fear. Slugma, what do you do? The Oracle screams at you again and says, what makes this beautiful?
Beautiful. Beautiful is how Big Papa rises above the laker's cursed waters, activates Slime Dunk, and launches toward the massive squid creature, aiming to slam dunk.
He slam dunks the squid creature!
Witness the epic, salty glory of Big Mama's might, shouting out a sick catchphrase. Get dunked, Squid Brain.
As the mist continues to obscure your vision, in an almost dreamlike state, you imagine yourself jumping forward and trying to slam dunk the squid.
Wow, Slugma is gender fluid. These pedals.
The Oracle says to you, haha, yes, impressive, but does it work? The squid, in some sort of LeBron James Lakers heroism, dodges to the side and smacks you across the back of the head, Slugma. And you take 1 heart of damage. The Oracle says, the scene, it's not beautiful enough. Roderick, what do you do?
Turns to the camera. In extreme scenarios, beautifying the scene often involves facing the danger head on. I'll use my bare arms to double swipe this squid back into the enchanting waters.
Yes, it would be beautiful to swipe the squid, but would it work?
Oh,
she
not
says, yes,
20.
Yes, that would be beautiful. And you see yourself, Roderick, again in a dreamlike state, flying higher than you ever have in the air as you leap forward, and with 2 massive swipes, rip the squid open. The entire body erupts outwards in an explosion of golden fluid. And the sunset that you pictured at the beginning shines beautifully through it all.
Ew. Damn, the pose. That is straight up an anime pose. He hit it with like Yamcha, the Wolfang fist was like bear claw piss.
The Oracle whispers to you, yes, that is true beauty. And the mist over your eyes slowly dissipates, and you find yourselves sitting across a wooden table, staring at a blind Oracle in her shabby little tavern. She says, I haven't seen something quite that beautiful in a long time. If you want, you may have one of my precious trinkets. Seated atop this big ass is... Oh my god. You see a golden, precious ring that looks like the one ring that you've ever seen in your life. What do?
My precious!
Even when I pitched for
locked
it.
onto the golden ring. Big Mama lunges for
Okay.
it, frantically grabbing it
Grabs
and
the ring.
holding it close. No one else touch it. It's mine. Glares around defensively, ready to slime anyone who dares look at it. Big Papa deserves this shiny treasure.
The Oracle hears you as you pick it up and shout about the ring, and she says, yes, it's the only ring like that ever created. The one ring, they might call it. They say if the wearer puts it on their fingers, they turn invisible for a short period of time. Please, use it well. What I assume is a beautiful young lady. I can't actually see you, but I'm just gonna guess based on how eloquently you've spoken. Best of luck to you three as you travel farther north. There are more dangers ahead. Roderick, do you do anything else before you head out as a party?
Turns to the camera. As we accept this precious ring, it's essential to express gratitude and solidify our bond
Oh,
with valuable
no.
allies.
Oh, no.
He's going to bows deeply to the Oracle. Your wisdom and gift are greatly
that was very
appreciated.
nice.
May the Bear Code guide us as we venture forth into the unknown.
Look at that.
fortified with
Honorable
this newfound
knight.
power.
That's like the one time he didn't drink pee. What a great guy. Sir
Yeah.
Roderick, you bow very gracefully and chivalrously to the Oracle. And Slugma, you grasp onto your precious as the three of you exit out the back door of the cabin and head farther north. Checking the world map, there are 3 roads ahead of you. The left road seems to head towards a famous bazaar, a merchant gathering where you've heard that rare artifacts are sold. The middle route goes through a dense forest, and to the right lies a very deep, cavernous river with a large bridge. Which of the 3
No
areas would
rivers.
you like to head towards?
Big Mama wants more shinies. To the bazaar we go. Precious treasures await. Slithers frantically toward the left path.
You've got to start waiting for your team, man.
No, he
To the
won't.
camera. As we venture towards the bazaar, it's pivotal to
Okay, we're
prepare
there.
for possible encounters with rogues and swindlers. I'll set the
Okay, I need to
example by
drink some water.
hydrating with my canteen.
Okay,
ensuring peak physical readiness.
Yep.
Remember, viewers, vigilance and hydration are paramount.
All right, and they head
Bazaar, here we clucking come.
to the bazaar.
I'm just fearful that every single time that I want to take a sip, good old Roderick's gonna mention his pee.
After several days of traveling, you find yourself in the outskirts of a desert. You see a pathway to the famous Grand Bazaar. You enter the tent and look around, recognizing some of the stories you've heard about the finest merchants and wares on the continent. In this main tent room, you see 4 merchant stalls in the corners, each one offering a dazzling display of items. As you walk in, you hear a whisper from the top left of the room. A crafty-looking shopkeeper whispers at you. As you stand forward, she says, "Hey, you, adventurers," and she beckons you towards her stall.
Crafty shopkeeper means shiny secrets, my precious. Slithers towards the whispering shopkeeper. Eyes darting around for any hidden treasures. Big Mama's got a nose for the good stuff.
Big Mama.
Mutters furiously about the Lakers and suspiciously eyes the guards.
Okay.
Turns to the camera. In environments teeming with potential riches and
See, you noticed that? That small little thing with the eyes of the guards? This is what I'm talking about with the editing. That's amazing.
Eyes the guards.
Okay.
turns to the camera. In environments teeming with potential riches and dangers, one must act decisively. I shall employ the speak to animals ability.
What?
To have a quick secret chat with any rodents or small creatures around, seeing if there are hidden truths or traps about this
Hey,
crafty
not
shopkeeper.
bad.
Wise
Okay.
and stealthy moves are part of the bear coat's essence.
All right, Roderick, you do actually see a mouse near one of the exits. And with your bare voice, growl out. The mouse is terrified, and it scurries away behind the desk. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
While Slugma deals with the shopkeeper, I'll use my artifact finder-o-matic to scan for any hidden goodies.
Clucky, you attempt to cobble together from some of the various things around the common area an artifact finder. Unfortunately, there's not a lot around you, so this will be difficult, 15 or above, and you will manage to create it. So
Hey.
actually you do, and part of it's using those goggles that you're famous for, and you seem to actually pull out one of the extra lenses you have, combine it with the bear sniffer from earlier and a strange magical looking stick from underneath this table, and you manage to make an object that you sort of scan around the room. And what you notice is that the table for the woman who was whispering and Slugma is now talking to seems to have quite a few magical artifacts. And then there's another stall to the northeast that also seems to have several magical artifacts inside of it that your device is really identifying is notable. The other two stalls in the corners, you don't see anything notable, but one of them does have a healing potion.
What is interesting here is that they're very much acting like a D&D party, as they will never pull out a purse of gold to pay for actual items. They will do anything to weasel their way through it and finesse to a new to some new possession.
Meanwhile, Slugma, you have walked up to the shopkeeper, and she says, gigantic slug creature. My name is Lydia, and I need help. A merchant, Darian, works across the hallway, and she points over at the stall to the northeast. He stole my grandmother's precious necklace from me and has refused to give it back. If you retrieve it for me, I'll let you pick any item of your choice from the stall, but you have to be careful of the guards. They're looking out for any thieves or miscreants around here. What say you?
A stolen shiny? Big Mama can't abide that. Slithers close to the stall, Lydia pointed out.
Okay.
Using trail of slime to make it difficult for guards to follow, Big Papa will retrieve the necklace. But no one touches my precious. Shiny things belong to me.
Darian, the man that you were warned about, eyes you warily and says, you look a bit excited for my wares. Anything in particular I can show you? He's looking at you dead on as you approach the stall. What do you do?
Show me your shinies, Darian. All of them. Eyes the stall greedily while mumbling about the Lakers. While he's distracted, Big Mama might just vomit some slime on his face.
What?
Oh,
Said he'd use
stop.
vomit if Darian lets his guard down for even a second. Only Big Papa deserves the precious.
He looks at you concerned with an extremely wary eye. Yes, of course. Here are my wares. He points to a vial full of powder. He says, shrinking powder. Maybe you've heard of it. Or this precious rare mask. It allows the wearer to perfectly imitate any voice that they've ever heard. And then he points to a necklace that's sitting in the middle of the stall. And this necklace is extremely precious. I wouldn't give it away for anything in the world. At no point during this conversation has he let down his guard. He seems to be extremely cautious.
Oh, the necklace, my precious.
Uh-oh.
In a fit of manic excitement, I vomit on Darian, encasing him in slime for 2 turns. Big Papa claims the necklace now, snatches the necklace while he's trapped.
A guard looks up and shouts, "Thief! Get back here!" and starts running after you, Slugma. The commotion is growing, and all of the residents of the market are now starting to look. Clucky and Roderick, what do you choose to do?
Turns to the camera. When chaos erupts, a rapid and extreme response can turn the tide.
Oh no.
I will employ my bear arms to double swipe the guard rushing
Okay,
towards
this isn't good.
Slugma.
This isn't good.
Let's create a path for our daring heist.
Love the passion, Roderick. You run forward and use your bear swipes. 11 or above will connect. A 10, just
dang.
barely. The swipes miss the guard, who seems to be quite adept. Guards, this bear is with them too. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
All right, cluck this. I'll create an exploding slime moonwalker device.
What?
Using the vomit
Moonwalker?
slime and my multi-egomatic 3000.
Okay, she does have the multi-egomatic. 12 or above and it works.
Oh, damn it.
You're in the corner of the bazaar, and you can see across the room another guard is now running your direction. What do you choose to do, Slugma? Rigged, you just hate Slugma. He went up and vomited on the guy. There was more stuff that was going to happen.
Papa's gotta slip away.
Okay, yes.
Activating trail of slime to mess up the guards.
Okay, he still has
Starts
trail of
leaving
slime.
a trail of extremely sticky and slippery slime behind. while
Okay.
slithering towards an exit. My precious necklace is mine.
Okay. Activating your slime, you leave a trail behind you as you work your way towards the exit. You get about halfway there, but the guard near the door is able to run at you. Meanwhile, Roderick, the guard who you attacked, shouts, "Thieves! Thieves! We need more guards!" As he shouts that down the hallway, he pulls out his sword and takes a swing at you. 15 or above and it'll hit. The sword misses. From down the hall, you hear commotion as another guard starts rustling towards the main hallway. Darian, encased with the slime, is shaking more and more. Phew! You know how you'll be able to break out of it soon. Meanwhile, Lydia at the initial stall says, "Wait, slug creature! That's my necklace! That's my grandmother's!" and starts running after you. Roderick, what do you do?
Turns to the camera. In a situation spiraling out of control,
Bear
the bear
code.
code mandates a
When does
drastic
it
measure.
not mandate
I
that?
use
It's
my
always-
hibernation ability to fall into an impenetrable
Why do you
sleep.
do that here?
Serving as a
Impenetrable
decoy and buying
sleep.
my companions precious time to escape.
Okay.
Lies down dramatically. Remember, viewers, sometimes the most heroic
Tactical
act is taking a
nap.
tactical nap.
Okay, Roderick, you lay down on the floor
Fair
in
enough.
front of the guard who stares at you confused
That's
as you
big
close your
hide.
eyes and fall asleep. Clucky, what do you do?
Oh, cluck. Roderick's snoring already. Activates egg bomb and tosses it into the center of the
Okay, she
bazaar.
has egg bomb. Clucky, you pick up one of your eggs that you have been carrying, you toss it into the center of the bazaar. It explodes in a cloud of gas. It lands on top of a kindly bazaar patron and the guard near Slugma. Those two need to roll to see whether they are encased in salmonella.
Salmonella.
The guard
No.
chasing Slugma inhales a massive burst of the exploding egg and goes, "Oh!" as he falls to the ground, feeling sick to his knees. Meanwhile, Lydia runs over to you and says, "Tell your slug friend to bring that back. That's my daughter's necklace." Slugma, you are now up.
Lies. It's shiny and now it's Big Mama's. Activate sticky surface and starts crawling up the walls with the necklace.
Why?
No one can
Up
reach
the
Big Mama's
walls?
precious treasures now.
Okay, Slugma, you slide
Parkour
very close
slug.
to the exit, taunting the guards and the shopkeepers around you. Lydia runs further at you and screams, "No, I found that necklace in the desert tomb. It's mine!" Back near you, Roderick, the guard takes a sword and swings it into your unconscious body, but it bounces off harmlessly. Another guard has finally entered the bazaar. Meanwhile, Darian finally sort of starts breaking his head out of the projectile vomit and yells out, "That's not even her necklace! Give it back!" Roderick, you are currently asleep and invincible. What do you choose to do?
Muttering in sleep. The bear code must follow ease.
Oh,
Tactical
wow.
nap mode engaged.
Okay. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
That's
Time
great.
to throw down some real chaos.
He catches some Z's while everybody's flipping
Clucky,
out.
you have that.
For the hills.
As you say this, you press the detonator. Each one of your devices explodes into a pillar of flame around the bazaar, over Lydia
Oh.
and the first guard, near the patrons, near the other two guards, directly over the guard and Roderick, who are fighting each other. Slugma, up on the walls, is not harmed by the explosions. Roderick, in his invincible state of hibernation, also is not hurt at all. Clucky,
Shit, the amount of Photoshop layers that he has been using are insane.
I'm assuming that you were not standing near one of your inventions while you did this. You scream to run for the hills and begin moving towards one of the exits. Slugma, the bazaar is in chaos and flames. What do you do?
Beautiful chaos. Big Mama loves it. Time to escape with my precious. Slithers along the
shiny
ceiling.
flames.
In a mad dash
Slithers
towards
along the
exit
ceiling.
while continuing to curse the Lakers.
Roderick, you are deep in an
Continue to curse the
invincible
Lakers.
hibernation, but you can feel the flames licking around
Slug might be like, it's fine in here. Actually, it's shiny in here. Fuck the Lakers on his way out.
you and the chaos forming. Do you choose to wake up or do anything?
Wakes up groggily, hearing the commotion.
Okay.
Ah, the bear code reserves
It wakes
emergency wake-ups for moments like this. Turns to the camera. Sometimes you must abandon tactical naps and spring into action.
I would
I'll
hope,
retreat
yeah.
from hibernation and make a swift escape.
Okay.
He is literally Bear Grylls. Turn to the camera, breaks the fourth wall. Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Demonstrating a high-energy survival sprint.
Okay.
Darts towards the nearest exit while guzzling down pee for a hydration. Stay on
Wow.
your toes and hydrated in emergencies.
In the chaos of the fire and flames, the guard barely notices as you stand up and begin running for the exit while chugging pee. You are, however, going through the center of the flames, and so you will have to roll to see if you're hurt. But with your survival skills and the pee covering you, it's not going to be quite as hard. 10 or above, and you make it. Unfortunately, you
shite.
trip on a little bit of Slugma's slime, and you smell the salmonella from the egg bomb in the air. You go, "Oh!" And you find yourself at just
Yeah, one
heart.
damage.
Clucky,
Yeah.
the bazaar
Makes
is
sense.
in chaos. Next to you stands Lydia's stall. You also see below the desk that had one of the healing potions that you saw earlier with your detecting machine. What do you choose to do?
Cluck it, I'm grabbing that healing potion and any shiny trinket nearby.
Okay, Clucky, you run south, and while one of the nearby shopkeepers is
roll.
screaming from the flames and the slime, you manage grabbing the healing potion that you saw. You begin working your way out towards the exit. Roderick, you are still barely in the flames. You watched as Clucky quickly snatched a potion and made her way out of the bazaar. What do you choose to do?
Turns to the camera. In extreme situations, it's vital to seize any remaining opportunities for survival.
Is it?
I'll make a mad dash to grab a shiny trinket
That's
from Lydia's
so unnecessary.
store
That makes
through
it
the flames.
That makes it.
Remember, the bear code dictates make every second count.
Yeah, that's why you
Grabs
shouldn't.
a shiny trinket and sprints towards the exit. The singe of flames biting at his fur.
Okay, Roderick, you grab a rope off of Lydia's table and then dash for the exit. You are near the edge of the flames, but you're gonna have to make sure you dodge them. The entire bazaar is in chaos, full of screaming. But you have to get through these flames. 7 or above, and you make it through. Please don't die.
Damn
But
it!
unfortunately, Roderick, grabbing the rope from the stall slowed you down just a bit. Another burst of flames erupts around you from the wooden bazaar walls, and you feel yourself engulfed right before you reach the exit. I would like to introduce a death save mechanic here. This was stupid. He took a nap in the middle of this place and then tried to steal before leaving. This was a dumb idea. Roderick might die. We knew that when we created these 3 beautiful characters and sent them into the world. Fuck Roderick, use the healing potion on Slugma.
Fair.
Roderick, you have fallen in the flames right at the exit and now have 0 hearts. Slugma and Clucky, you can each choose to try to resuscitate him. It will be extremely difficult to pull off, but if you do, he'll be just barely alive and you can get him out of there. If you choose to use the healing potion on him, you're much more likely to revive him. You each get 1 chance, although as a reminder, you don't have to take care of him at all. Slugma, let's begin with you. I feel like Slugma might leave.
Roderick, you foolish bear. Don't think this means Big Papa cares.
Okay.
Slithers back through the flames using sticky surface to avoid the worst of them. Fine, fine. Big Mama will try to save you.
He goes.
Goddamn yandere over here. Doesn't mean that I care about you or anything.
In for the save.
But only because shiny artifacts can't be found without.
He's sounding awfully sweet right now.
Roderick's prone body trying to pull him to safety with slime-covered hands, all the while muttering about how stupid and useless bears are. Come on, bear.
With an enormous amount of frustration and regret, Slugma attempts to pull Roderick out of the flames. If you roll a 16 or above, you will successfully get him out of there and revive him. Unfortunately, Slugma, he's still lying there unconscious. Clucky, you have 1 chance. If you use the healing potion, it'll be much higher. What do you choose to do?
Fine, you dumb bear. Let's hope this works.
Okay.
Dashes back through the flames, clutching the healing potion. I'll pour this on you. Then we'll owe each other one.
Clucky, making sure to remind Roderick that she also doesn't want to do this for some reason, walks over and pours the healing potion into the bear's mouth. A 6 or above on the die means he's brought back. Let's see it.
Not 20. Oh, 7 just bad.
And with a roll of 7, Roderick's eyes snap open. He looks around panicked, and the 3 of you manage to lunge out of the bazaar with the flames erupting behind you. Roderick, you are back up to 1 health. It's a good thing you found and stole that healing potion. And now, adventurers, with the great and famous bazaar erupting in chaos behind you.
This is insane. This is insane.
To head north. Any final words to each other before you head out on the next adventure?
Listen here, bear and bird. Big Mama saved your furry hides.
You
Clutches the
vomited?
newly acquired necklace tightly, glaring at both of them. Don't think this means Big Papa cares.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Slugma, your goo saved us. Now let's
It
hustle.
literally ruined everything.
Turns to the camera. In the aftermath of chaos, it's critical to stay hydrated and gather your bearings.
This is the first thing he does.
I'll drink some pee from my canteen to restore my energy and prepare for the journey ahead.
A bit close, but our adventure has made it through. Scenario number
survive
3.
death.
Oh man,
I'm gonna drink some pee.
And Roderick puts himself in harm's way a lot. Like, we all knew Roderick was most likely to die, right? Nat 20 and pee heals. Later. If he pees in combat, I'll give it to him. All right, adventure.
Hey, that should actually have been a mechanic. Every single time that he pees, he regains a slight bit of life.
Congratulations on surviving.
That would have been
the
immersive.
Grand Bazaar. Slugma, as you begin traveling north, you fiddle around with the precious necklace and you realize that it has some interesting properties. Once per day, you are able to use it to magically swap 2 objects. And now you see that to the north, the path forks into 2 different roads. On the western road, the map takes you to a forest where there is known to be a tavern that travelers frequent. frequent. And on the right path leads through a small village. Wait, no, that's also a tavern. There's two taverns. Okay, wait, what do you choose to do?
2 taverns, eh? Let's clock in, mix it up then. We'll head to the Forest Tavern.
A forest tavern promises both mystery and refreshment. I'll take point and scout ahead,
Okay.
ensuring the area is secure while sipping some pee for hydration.
Yes.
And the group-
Those forest taverns might have shiny things.
Oh my god. Okay. After a few days of traveling, you find yourself
no.
approaching a
More
tavern in
victims.
the forest. It looks incredibly cozy, and you enter in and take a night of relaxation. There's quite a few patrons around, all having drinks and merriment. The bartender, Beth, loves putting out a bunch of alcohol. Unfortunately, after just a round or two, he is a little upset to announce to the tavern. He shouts out, "Everybody here, I'm so sorry, but we're out of booze." "No, not the booze," they shout. And Beth says, "Well, I'm sorry, we still have, a lovely fire, a lovely kitchen."
Why does that sound like a scene from Divinity 2 Original Sins? Or Divinity Original Sins 2, right? Remember the Black Bull Tavern in the game? I certainly do. Yeah. Anyways.
I could whip you up something if you want. Like, it's late in the night. We don't need drink to enjoy ourselves. You have a moment of quiet here to discuss amongst yourself, team. What do you do?
No booze, no happiness. Mwah.
What is wrong?
Mama loves misery. Starts slithering around the tavern,
Fine.
spreading more of my slime to ruin the night even further. Your precious party is over.
I'll invent a booze replenisher gizmo using the leftover drinks and some random tavern knickknacks.
Okay.
Let's turn this dry night into a party bonanza. Everyone grab a mug and get ready to chug.
All right, so Slugma starts sliming around.
Your positivity makes Big Mama sick, Clucky. Glares at Clucky's invention and the bartender's feeble attempts at pleasuring patrons. Fine. I'll find precious shinies as consolation.
All right, Clucky, you attempt to make what I believe is a still, but actually it's a fancy magical alcohol instrument, 14 or above, and you just might succeed. 17. So, Clucky, you actually managed to make a device that can ferment alcohol. And you go down here and you start working on it at the bar. The bartender shouts,
Let's
"Oh,
go.
that's fantastic. But your friend up there," and he points concerningly at Slugma, who's now slithering around on the walls and licking stuff. Meanwhile, Slugma, as you start rummaging through this desk over here, you don't find anything.
Okay, well, that's the simplest outcome to ever make. Imagine if Clocky then makes use of methanol instead of ethanol here, and they end up once again burning the building.
Tender chillax, Slugma's just being Slugma.
True.
Booze replenisher gizmo will fix the party mood in no time.
Oh, well, okay, just please, sir, miss, at Slugma, it says, please just, be careful with the belongings up there. Roderick, is there anything you'd like to do? Clocky finishes up her booze extractor and begins handing out ale to some of the local patrons, and the merriment continues. Oh, he's gonna drink pee, isn't he? He's gonna drink so much pee.
Turns to the camera. Restoring morale in tavern environments requires radical creativity. Bartender, allow me to demonstrate a survivalist twist. I'll
Okay.
add my unique homemade
Beth
hydration
walks over.
supplement to the mix. Pours a little bit of his own pee into a mug of the newly brewed ale. The bear code states that blending the extreme with the mundane ensures unprecedented results.
The bartender looks at you
Ew.
in horror, and he says, yeah, I guess, in the foreign lands that you bears come from, that's how they like to do it, huh? There's another patron nearby, and he says, oh, really? And you see him kind of turn, he dribbles a little bit of pee into his own beer and drinks it, and then goes, ah! And starts vomiting underneath the table. But you all seem to pass the time. Clucky, you've done a great job of sort of spreading some merriment and recovering the situation a little bit until you hear some loud banging on the walls. Bartender Beth shouts out, "What? No, no, no." And he walks over to one of the windows and he opens it. Standing on the other side is a menacing-looking vampire. And you realize that the banging and the scratching that you hear around the tavern comes in all sorts of different directions. Different tavern patrons open windows to realize there are 5 different vampires standing around the tavern outside, each one of them looking in menacingly, licking their lips. The bartender shouts out, "Oh no, you
Throw
can't come
pee
in
at
here.
them."
Please, all we'd like to do is join the festivities. We have booze." And he holds up a keg of beer to the window. Meanwhile, the patron nearest Beth says, No, Beth, vampires, they aren't allowed into buildings unless you invite them inside.
I was just about to say, because immediately, of course, I got the plot of Sinners in my mind. You gotta let me in or what?
Right, I think.
Booze frozen shinies, you say? Eyes the keg greedily while still slithering on
Okay,
the walls. Maybe Big Mama should let them in. More chaos and shinies. Starts muttering to myself, arguing internally about the decision while glaring at the vampire.
Okay,
fine, but no Lakers drinks.
Oh, God.
Looks at the bartender, waiting for a reaction.
Okay. Slugma slithers from the ceiling down to the window, looks the vampire in the eyes, and after a bit of internal dialogue says, "Fine, welcome on in." And the vampire smiles deeply. Beth screams out, "No! You shouldn't have invited them in! I've heard of a whole tavern that was annihilated by vampires recently, but they can't stand daylight. If we can wait until the sun is up, we just might be okay. Quick, into the kitchen!" Clucky, what do you choose to do?
All right, vamp fans, time to light it up. Grabs my multi-egomatic 3000 and begins tweaking it into a vamp-repelling UV egg ejector. Got to show these vamps whose boss was
Let's
a
go,
cracking egg like
Clucky.
Okay, like basically a light generator. Okay,
Yep.
14 or above and you will succeed.
Yeah,
15. You manage to hobble together your multi-egomatic 3000 and create what is essentially a fantasy flashlight. Roderick, anything you would like to do?
Turns to the
Let me
camera.
hit you
When
with the
faced
intensity of the
imminent
sun.
vampire threats, you must act swiftly and defensively. I'll fortify the kitchen entrance by dragging tables and chairs to block it, creating a survival barricade.
All right, Roderick, as the patrons start following Beth, running and screaming into the kitchen area, you follow along behind them. In the instant everybody is inside the kitchen, you begin grabbing pieces of furniture and stacking them up by the entrance. And after creating this makeshift barricade, you leap over one of the tables as part of the barricade and find yourself in the kitchen next to the rest of the patrons. Slugma, you are currently slithering around on the walls still. What do you choose to do?
Slugma should have known better. Time for Big Mama to fix this.
Okay.
Activates trail of slime to create a super sticky, slippery trap
Okay,
at the tavern's
actually,
entrance.
not bad.
Lakers wouldn't have the guts to try this.
All right,
Lakers.
Clucky, as you finish up
God
your
damn it.
device, you hear the two doors of the tavern slam open. Nearer to you, two vampires burst in and glare at you hungrily.
His Lake is just like a slur for anybody that he doesn't like.
Chicken tenders for dinner, I see. Meanwhile, Slugma, behind you, three vampires burst through the front doors, glaring at you and say, you sure look appetizing. Are you a giant snail? What is this? And they start stepping around in the muck that you've left behind. What is this? What are you even made out of? As the three are confused and stuck. Clucky, you have a moment.
Time to show these bloodsuckers I'm no one's dinner.
Okay.
Activates UV egg ejector, aiming the beam at the first vampire to fry them with daylight. Let's see if you vamps can stand the heat. Cluck yeah!
Love it. The two vampires run towards you saying, can't wait to put 11 herbs and spices onto you. You shine the flashlight on the first one,
Wow.
unsuspecting of such a weapon. Normally so confident in the night, you will have a slight advantage on this vampire, 12 or above, and you will hit. With a natural 20 roll,
Let's go.
you shine your improvised flashlight directly onto the vampire, who screams out, "Oh my God!" Whoosh! He erupts into flames, screaming and yelling. The vampire flails for just a few seconds before collapsing into a pile of burnt ash. The vampire next to him stares in horror. She's never seen such an instrument. She looks scared and stunned, unable to move. Roderick, Beth looks at you and he says, "Just a little bit longer and daylight will certainly come, right?" What do you choose to do? Oh, is he gonna know? Don't make them drink pee, dude. These are scared poor people. Do not make them drink pee.
Turns to the camera. In extreme cases of imminent danger, boosting morale and readiness with hydration. No! Grabs his canteen and drinks a hearty gulp of homemade pee. I'll be ready to spring out and maul them with bare arms if they breach our barricade.
Okay.
Okay, fine. He
Slugma,
didn't
what do you
share it with
choose
the
to
rest
do?
of them.
I wish I was stuck in his ooze.
Time for a grand show, Big Mama style.
Okay.
Activates slime dunk and launches at the three
Slime
stuck-
dunk.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ready to be slammed. Performs an intricate high-flying dunk, executing a
Oh my
sick
God.
move to humiliate them and shouting, "Get wrecked, you bloodsuckers!"
You lunge at the vampires. You would have known that vampires are extremely powerful creatures, but right now, in the confusion and lack of mobility because of the slime, you will have an advantage. 11 or above, and you will hit them. Unfortunately, your dunk misses past the vampires.
Oh, damn it.
Dare you try to slam dunk on me? I'm not even going to give you some of my booze. They each attempt to wade themselves through the slime and get themselves unstuck. 14 or above, and they will make it out. The
Of course
first
they
one
do.
manages to step out of the ooze. The second one does not. And the final one? is also unable to get out of the slime. Clucky, what do you choose to do next? Other than the fact that Slugma invited the vampires in, they've done fantastic.
Surprise of Bangface activates UV egg ejector again, this time aiming it in a flashy dance-like spin to create a UV-like disco show right in the vampire's path.
Yes! Yes! Clucky, you got that right.
Okay, all right, Clucky, you aim your flashlight, but you notice it seems a little bit less stable than the last time you used it. You shine at them, 15 or above is gonna work. But your invention is simply too strong. Despite a bit of unsturdiness, the light shines directly onto the second vampire as suddenly your body bursts into flames.
It should be hitting the other one as well, though.
C2 is turned into a pile, what the hell, of ash on the floor. Clucky, you have defeated the two vampires nearest you. Roderick, inside the barricaded kitchen. The other tavern patrons have watched in horror as you drank your own pee. And the guy next to you is like, yo, bro, I tried that earlier. It's not good. It's not good at all. But the bartender looks at you and says, Roderick, if needed, I do have a pendant here. It's somewhere in the kitchen, I believe, under in the shelves back there, and he points to the corner. My father gave it to me. It's a pendant that can protect a small area from the undead. There might even be healing potions down there as well. Roderick, what would you like to do? I mean, so far he's like protecting the group. He's doing great.
Turns to the camera. When defending a fortification, deploying protective relics can turn the tide. I'll channel the Bear Code's wisdom, rushing to retrieve the pendant and any healing potions. To the shelves!
Unfortunately, you don't manage to find it. Beth, the bartender, shouts out at you. No, not that shelf. It's the one to the right, I think. That is your turn. Slugma, you are now facing 3 vampires, one of which is unstuck and running towards you. What do you choose to do?
You want some of Big Mama's precious blood? Ha! Time to get creative. Activate sticky surface, slithering up the wall and across the ceiling while throwing random objects down at the vampires like a mad slug tornado.
Okay,
slug tornado.
Above. Take this lake-loving vamps. Leaps off the ceiling for a devastating slime dunk.
Okay, interesting.
The vampires and shouting, "It's slime time, suckers!"
Slugma, your previous slam dunk did not work, but this time you activate your slime crawling abilities, get up onto the ceiling, and then standing over the 2 immobile vampires, drop down for a mega slam. 8 or above will connect. It's slime time.
Oh,
you
fail again.
But due to the slime, you're able to slip.
Bro, the judgmental stare. Pathetic.
But due to the slime, you're able to slither away before they can punish you. However, the free vampire does rush at you and tries to lunge and take a bite. If he rolls a 15 or above, he'll hit you. He misses. From behind you, Slugma, you can hear the bartender screaming, "Please, adventurers, join us in the kitchen where it's safe. We only need to survive a little bit longer." Clucky, what do you choose to do?
Sorry, Vamps, but you ain't touching my slimy buddy.
Okay.
Activates egg bomb, throwing it at the vampires stuck in Slugma's slime for a double whammy of chaos. Time for an eggy explosion, Cluckers.
It explodes over them. Let's see if the salmonella connects. 13 or above, and you hit him.
A vampire has been affected by salmonella.
You throw the bomb and it spreads, but you see them holding their breath, growling angrily at you. It doesn't seem to have affected them. Roderick, back in the kitchen. What do you choose to do?
Turns to the camera. When resources are scarce and time is short, precision is key.
Okay.
I'll rummage through the correct drawer to find the pendant or any healing potions. Every second counts.
You rummage through and... you pull out a silver pendant. Beth, the barkeep, shouts out, "Yes, that's it, that's it. That can keep us safe from those monsters." As you see behind the pendant, you notice that there is also a healing potion, which you grab as well. The pendant can be used to create a 5-foot by 5-foot barrier that no undead can pass through, which would in fact keep out vampires. Meanwhile, Slugma, what do you choose to do? Give it to Slugma. Roderick has 1 health.
Enough is enough.
Okay.
You're not getting Big Mama's precious mucus.
Just run away, Slugma.
Vomit, hurling a big ball of slime right at the unstuck vampire.
That's actually a good idea.
Taste the wrath of Big Papa's slime attack. You'll stay stuck forever.
Slugma opens and barfs over the vampire in front of him. You need a 12 or above. Unfortunately, the vomit slides right off of his slick vampire skin. Clucky, what do you choose to do? Clucky better pull out some shit here.
Time to light them up. Points the UV egg ejector at the gas, aiming to ignite it and create a vampire BBQ.
Okay.
Let's turn this into a crispy clucking inferno.
Interesting. You can feel the flashlight that you've created becoming more and more rickety. It really doesn't seem like it's going to work, but the immobility of these vampires makes the shot just a little bit easier, and a 15 or above will hit them.
Oh,
unfortunately, the flashlight does not seem to work. The vampires glare at you and try to lift up their feet, but before they can, they're still breathing in this noxious gas that they haven't been able to escape from your egg bomb. So the vampire on the left will try to see if they can hold their breath for another turn. The vampire on the left is able to hold their breath. The vampire on the right is also able to hold their breath. And now they attempt to get out of Slugma's ooze. With a 10, the left vampire continues to stay stuck. But with a 17, the right vampire does manage to unstick herself. Slugma, the vampire next to you, lunges forward for an attack. 15 or above, and he'll be able to connect. Oh. The vampire jumps on top of your body and manages to sink his fangs into your mucousy flesh. Your mucus will be mine, Big Mama, he screams at you. And you take a damage, going down to just 1 heart. Roderick, you have retrieved a healing potion, and the barkeep, Beth, looks out the kitchen window and shouts, "The sun, it's almost risen." Meanwhile, Roderick, what do you choose to do?
Turns to the camera, facing imminent danger. It's time to combine strength with strategy.
Do something cool, Roderick.
Consume the healing potion to regain my energy, and then rush out to protect my companions by
over the
deploying
barricade.
the pendant's protective barrier around them.
Okay, Roderick, you chug down the healing potion, pushing yourself up to 2 health. The pendant can only protect a small 5-foot radius from the undead, which means you'll only be able to use it around one of your 2 teammates. Where do you choose to use it? Slugma is looking bad. It's gotta be Slugma.
Turns to the camera. Extreme situations require quick yet calculated decisions. I'll rush to Slugma, placing the pendant's protective barrier around us.
Okay.
This will keep the vampire away and give us time to regroup.
Roderick, you lunge forward and activate the pendant. A golden yellow barrier engulfs the 3 of you, and the vampire screams in pain and leaps off. It's not a pea shield. Slugma, you and Roderick are sitting in the piss shield. What do you choose to do?
Safe in Big Mama's precious shield, but I can't leave Clucky out there.
Okay.
I'll use my shining new necklace to swap Clucky and the vampire she's fighting with the chandelier above. Holds up the necklace and mutters about Lakers and shiny tricks for slime kicks.
Slugma, you use your newly found necklace to swap the vampire next to Clucky and the chandelier that hangs on the ceiling above. Not knowing if this will actually work, you see as the vampire suddenly pops out of existence and appears 5 feet over at the very top of the ceiling, and you see her flailing as she falls down and slams back into the slime and gets stuck again to the floor from where you left your ooze earlier. Clucky, you can tell that the vampires don't have much longer in the tavern. What do you choose to do?
Out of the frying pan, into the daylight dough. Time to end this vamp fiesta once and for all, turning on UV egg ejector and aiming it around like a wild disco light show, hoping to catch the stuck vamps in the rays. It's party cluck-in time. No one messes with Clucky and friends.
Okay, Clucky, swinging the flashlight across them, you can feel the device nearly at its wit's edge. 16 or above, and you'll get them. Unfortunately, the flashlight does not shine upon them. The vampires attempt to pull themselves out of the slime, but one of them has fallen onto her side from the ceiling and has no ability to actually get herself out. The one on the left attempts, though.
And he will succeed. Oh. Whew. They are cooked.
The one on the left, though, has a look of grim determination. You see a fire in him that you have not seen this entire fight. He's watched as his companions have been burned and slimed and dropped from the ceiling. This, the leader of the vampires, has decided he will not stand for this any longer. With all of his might, he lifts up his legs. The ooze tries to keep him sucked down into it, but he keeps pulling until eventually he jumps out of the ooze. But with reckless abandon, too much force was used, flies through the air and slams into his other vampire compatriot, and the two collapse onto the floor in a pile of uncoordinated mess and stickiness. And as they pick themselves up off the floor, Clucky, you see a single beam of light shining through the windows. It turns out this late night party had gone pretty late with all that pee and booze you guys had made. And suddenly, how do I draw light? No! The vampires scream! Daylight streams onto their face. It's not pee, it's not pee, it's sunlight. It's a...
Oh my god, dude, you have a brightness control. You're literally in Photoshop. Use the dodge tool or the smart burn tool to adjust for the freaking... At least that's what I would have done.
As they are doused in a golden shower of sunlight, the three
Golden
remaining
shower.
vampires burst into flames, and the vampire party is defeated. All right, I'll let them talk for a bit, and then we're heading out. There is a chance they can find another healing potion, but they have to actively look for it. Otherwise, we're moving on.
Big Mama's tired of all this warm, happy gratitude. Slithers around the tavern, grumble licking and inspecting for any shiny hidden treasures. Shiny things, my precious. Beth, you holding out on me?
Okay.
Turns to the camera. I'll use my speak to animals ability to ask any tavern mice if they know of hidden treasures. Remember, viewers, small allies can reveal big secrets. Bear codes, ancient wisdom.
Okay.
Growls to the tavern mice. Tell us your secrets, little friend.
Jesus Christ, it's not nice at all.
I'll take the leftover vampire dust and some tavern knickknacks to create a vampire dust navigator, hoping to find hidden secrets in the tavern walls.
What the hell are you guys? Okay, so they're all looking for treasures. I was kind of opening up for like them to talk to the bartender, and they're all just like rummaging around his shit. Roderick, you turn to a local tavern mouse, Roderick, and you use your animal speak at it.
Absolute
The mouse
legends.
looks curiously at you, and then
Wow.
sniffs appreciatively and runs underneath one of the tavern counters. You notice it run through a small pile of trash and treasures. Amidst the trash, you do see what appears to be the side of a health potion.
Turns to the camera. In the aftermath of battle, it's vital to share the spoils responsibly.
Okay.
Slugma, you seem the most hurt. Here, take this health potion to restore your vitality.
All right.
Let's ensure our team remains strong and ready for the next challenge.
Slugma, you have received a health potion from Roderick. At the same time, you've been slithering around on the walls, and you have not found anything.
Grabs the healing potion and downs it in one gulp.
Okay, thank God.
Glaring
He
at
drank
Roderick.
it. Thank
I'll
you.
be back on top. And no more of this happiness nonsense.
I thought he wasn't going to drink it. Okay, Slugma, congratulations. You are up to 2 hearts. Plucky, any final actions before... Oh, right. Yeah, you built
The
the machine. Let's see
navigator.
if that worked.
No.
All right, team. The barkeep Beth wishes you farewell. You head out north towards the next adventure. Looking at your world map, you see that the road simply leads to a single
Halfway.
destination. It appears, as far as you can tell, to be the location of a quaint village.
Turns to the camera. I shall take the lead, scouting the path ahead while maintaining hydration from my
Alrighty.
trusty canteen.
Roll for heal. Okay, fine. If he rolls a 20, then yes, he will heal. No. I want him to make it, dude. I love this party. They're actually like so creative and good. All right, team, you advance forward, and after several days on the road, you find yourself outside the small village of Bidayburg. Hoping to find some rest after your travels, you are instead approached by the mayor, who rushes up to you and shouts, "Adventurers, please, you look like strong and intimidating folks. Please help our poor town." Ever since that wizard moved up, and he points up the hill at a tower that you can see just up on the hillside. Ever since he moved in a few months ago, everybody in town has started getting sick, and we don't know why. Please, could you help us get rid of the wizard? And another villager walks up, and she's holding a small child. She says, "Please, adventurers, little Bladder here has had a fever all
Little
night.
Bladder.
We're fed up with this." You have a moment to discuss amongst yourselves. What would you like to do?
Look, I don't know for sure if Dog has played Divinity 2, but there are some elements there that kind of feel inspired. But it's good. It's all good because it's a great game. And some of the premises are awesome. Or perhaps it could just be my mind remembering some of the elements. For there is this part with the cemetery, where after you've been to the town that had the tavern there, you need to head to the house of a wizard to do the same.
Turns to the camera. When villagers plea for help, taking decisive and bold action is paramount.
Okay.
We must
Or was it the
investigate the
warlock?
wizard's tower using extreme survivalist tactics to uncover the source of the sickness. Remember, viewers, the Bear Code values swift and forthright intervention in the face of danger. Onward to the wizard's domain.
Is somebody keeping track of what the bear code is? I don't. There's a lot in the bear code. All right, the group is traveling up the hill together.
Time to kick this wizard to the curb with some clucking creativity. I'll rig up an anti-sickness-o-matic using village dirt and some feathers.
What the fuck?
Detecting any
Dirt and
magical
feathers.
nasties this wizard's cooking up.
Okay, fine. Clucky, you try to make a something. And it works really well. Could you remind me what the device is actually used for?
It's an anti-sickness-o-matic for detecting any magical nasties, boss.
What? Clucky, you have made...
No, that's fair. It detects any type of sicknesses. So if there are some invisible vira, right? Viruses obviously is a plural, but vira also counts. But if there are some invisible vira there, they might be able to detect that.
Made a device that can detect magical nasties. Also, Roderick, since you drank some pee...
Oh. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Because you drank some pee, Roderick, you feel its energy surging through your body. This is truly what you needed in this moment to survive. And after so much pee the past few weeks of traveling, the pee nourishes you in a way that it's never nourished before. And you go from 2 hearts to 3.
It's like building tolerance against bullet by hitting yourself with more.
Feeling incredibly healthy and spry, just like a survivalist would. Clucky, Slugma, and Roderick, you work your way up the hillside. As you do, Clucky, you notice that your virus-o-matic machine is kind of like beeping and shaking as you point it towards the well. What
like
do you
Geiger
choose
counter.
to do, team?
Turns to the camera. Discovering magical disturbances requires both caution and bold steps. Let's investigate the well first. Potentially it's a source of the village's sickness.
Okay.
I'll lower myself into the well using the rope I found at Lydia's stall in the bazaar. The bear code is it commands investigating every potential lead.
Gross.
Magical nasties in a well? Big Mama's got this. Activates sticky surface and begins crawling down the well's walls, looking for anything shiny or suspicious.
Oh, tell me that he made an underground level.
Clucky, you joining?
Hold tight there, amigos. Using the anti-sickness-o-matic, let's check out this well before we dive in.
Good call,
Time to
Clucky.
sniff out those hexes and fix this
All right,
clucking mess.
that's smart. The other 2 start running towards the well, ready to dive on in there, but you caution a little bit of restraint. And you go up and you hold your crazy machine virus thing, and you aim it down into the well. And the device starts going crazy. It starts rumbling, and you can actually see something moving and slithering down there with a sort of virus meter that is off the chart. Whoa, what are you doing there? What are you doing? Step away from my well. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
Whoa, wizard dude, what's brewing down there? Points anti-sickness-o-matic at the wizard with suspicion.
Whoa, okay, no need to get violent. It's just a bit of a project I've been working on. You see,
Okay.
I am the famous wizard Colin. You might have heard of me. You know about how my deeds feeding some of the great magical golems of the age.
Enough with the babbling, wizard. Big Mama's tired of your shiny lies. Activates vomit, hurling a big ball of slime right at the
Okay.
wizard to encase him.
Slugma, you open your maw and attempt to spew goo all over the wizard. If you roll a 14 or above, it'll connect on him. Unfortunately, the wizard steps nimbly to the side. Hold it! Step away from my well right now, and you won't get hurt. Roderick, what would you like to do?
Turns to the camera. Handling a rogue wizard requires blending confrontation with cunning survival tactics. I'll use bare arms to deliver a double swipe, incapacitating Colin.
Colin? Oh. Okay.
Colin.
You lunge at the wizard, attempting to get a double swipe in. 14 or above, and you'll hit him.
Damn.
Hot off of a fresh,
Are you
energizing
serious?
pea drink. You run up to Wizard Colin and slash him twice in the back. He collapses forward. No! Please, don't kill me. This has been in the works for weeks. I don't know if I can stop it now, but I can try if you give me a chance.
Hold up, wizard Colin. You got one chance to prove you can fix this.
Its canon is now called Colin.
I'll rig up a truth ampermatic with some sticks and that slime residue to see if you're lying.
Okay.
We'll know if you're full of clucking feathers or saving grace. Get tinkering quick.
Plucky, you attempt to make a truth-telling device, which is going to be quite hard. 15 or above. Unfortunately, the device doesn't seem to work together. The wizard seems a bit more confident. I don't think you're as powerful as you think you are, and something very powerful lurks in that well. Let me go, and you won't have to deal with the consequences of this. Slugma, you're up.
Powerful, you say? Too bad, because Big Mama's not impressed. Activates sticky surface and begins slithering up the wizard's tower wall.
What? Why?
I'll investigate from the top down, looking for any shiny evidence.
Okay. Slugma leaves the group and begins slithering along the walls of the tower. You can see inside the wizard's tower and notice that there are quite a few shiny objects in there, but you can't see into the bottom of the well from here. Roderick, you are standing over the wizard. What do you choose to do? Piss on him. Don't pee on him, Roderick.
Yes, pee over him for dominance.
Turns to the camera. Extreme measures call for decisive actions.
No, don't
With the wizard restrained, I'll lower myself into the well using the rope, facing whatever lurks down there head on.
As you start descending in the well, the wizard from the ground reaches out at you and says, no, it's not ready. If you go down there, the creature will emerge and it will be angry, very angry. Look, the reason I'm known as the Golem Slayer is because I create golems. I've been working on one down there, but if you go down now, I won't have any control over it. Please.
Turns to the camera. When the potential for greater danger looms, drastic measures may be necessary. I'll descend into the well to confront this golem head on and prevent it from harm in the village. Continues descending into the well while roaring defiantly, "Stand back, wizard, for I shall face your creation."
Roderick, as you climb down, you eventually feel your feet, your paws touch something squishy. And then the well erupts. Exploding out of the well with you in it is a gigantic poop golem! It emerges, roaring at the top of its lungs. It squishes outside.
Okay, I'd much rather have Roderick peeing on the wizard at this point. A poop golem, seriously?
Of the well and lets out a massive Wizard Colin stands up weakly. No, I told you, it's not ready. We have no control. And the poop golem begins working its way down the hill towards the village.
Holy cluck, a poop golem. All right, time to get down and dirty. I'll rig up a poop evaporator O-matic with parts from my anti-sickness O-matic.
Okay.
And whatever I can grab from Slugma's slime.
All right, 15 or above and you'll do it. 18! Wow! You have now crafted a very effective poop evaporator O-matic, which you now aim at the golem. 14 or above will connect. Unfortunately, the ray misses. Slugma, climbing atop the wizard's walls, you have seen the poop golem emerge. What do you choose to do?
A poop golem? This is beyond Lakers level garbage. Time to bring it down Slugma style. Activate sticky surface and slithers up onto the poop golem.
Okay.
Getting ready for a slime dunk to humiliate.
He's going for a slime dunk.
Mama will turn this mess into a shining victory. Leaps
how?
Okay.
Forms a sick slam dunk. Shouting, down the drain you go, poop face.
Damn! Brutal.
Ew.
Does it work? 14 or above. And with an 18, you slam through the mass of the poop golem, massively cutting down its size from what it was before. It lets out a pained ooh. Meanwhile, Wizard Colin shouts, I'll go to the village people. I'll warn them.
Did you notice the camera? Oh my days.
Meanwhile, Wizard Colin shouts, I'll go to the village people. I'll warn them. And he begins running down the hill towards the village. Roderick, you are up.
Turns to the camera with the poop golem raging. It's time for extreme measures. I'll double swipe with bare arms to bring this
pee on
monstrosity
it.
about.
Okay. Roderick runs forward for an epic double maul attack. 14 or above hits. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like your claws are very effective against it. You're also covered in poop, by the way.
No, yeah.
I'll use the poop evaporator O-matic again, but this time from a higher vantage point.
Okay, we'll say the well.
Aiming
You jump
right
to the
at
well.
golem and shouting, prepare to be flushed, golem face.
That's a weaker insult. 14 or above and it'll hit.
No! Now it's gonna hurt
as you
both
stand
her.
up on the well, you trip and tumble down into the very bottom of the well. Slugma, what do you choose to do?
My precious party falling apart. This is Lakers level chaos. I slither away from the golem.
Okay, slithers away.
Leaving a trail of slime to trip and slow it down.
Okay.
Poop terror. Big Mama's handling this mess.
Okay, that was, I feel like this is the most thrown off Slugma has ever been. They just leave a slime trail instead of
Poop
really
terror.
resolving the situation. Slugma, you leave a trail of slime in front of the poop golem, who begins chasing after you and slows down, looking confused. But it roars up into the air and flails its poop arms around, slamming into you, Roderick, if it can roll a 14 or above. As the golem thrashes in the air and you feel one of the arms slam into you, knock backwards, and knock you down to just 2 health. It's a good thing you drank that pee. Roderick, you are up.
turns to the camera. With intense urgency, I'll leap onto the poop golem's head,
What?
chug half my pee,
What?
and pour the rest onto its core to destabilize it.
Why would it-
Remember, viewers, in survival, never hesitate to use every resource. Hydration can conquer all.
Oh.
Roaring leaps onto the poop golem, drinks his pee, and douses its core.
Okay.
Flush and purify.
Does
Bear code
hydration resolve all? Let us find out. 14 or above. And it will, in fact, douse this golem. 14!
Wow.
Frederick, you leap up onto the head of the poop golem, chugging half your pee and then dumping it onto the poop golem's head. It roars in terror and anger as you see more of its body mass slinking away onto the ground. Clucky, you are down in the well. What do you choose to do?
Ain't no well gonna keep me down, Cluckers.
All right.
Grabs the rope and reaches into a
Cluckers.
quick-up elevator-o-matic using leftover anti-sickness parts.
Okay.
Corner of the screen shakes, quickly scrambling up to join the fight.
What? This shakes? No, the screen doesn't shake. Because there's a rope there, I'll say 13 or above, and you make it. Unfortunately,
Oh,
you're
damn
not
it.
able to make an elevator in the well, so you are still stuck at the bottom. Slugma, what do you choose to do? Don't poop.
Big Mama's taking charge.
Okay.
Slithers back towards the poop golem,
Okay.
activating trail of slime to ensnare its feet.
Okay, you already had
poop
done that.
Monster stands against Big Papa's precious ooze.
Okay. And now, on its turn, you see it writhing and attempting to move forward, but simply cannot. But it does thrash outwards at the two of you, hoping to get an attack in. First, it attacks you with a flailing arm Slugma. 16 or above will hit. It rolls to 17 and smacks you across the face, Slugma. You take a damage and are down to just 1 health. The golem attempts to hit you, Roderick. But you manage to dodge it at the last minute.
Turns to the camera.
Of course.
When facing an insurmountable enemy, creativity and extreme measures are key. I'll rip open the golem's head and attempt to use hibernation right inside its core, becoming an immovable barrier within. Bear Code's ultimate tactic, turning yourself into the fortress.
Okay.
Roars and starts tearing at the golem's head to embed himself inside time to
Ew.
burn down
Jesus
and
Christ.
clog this beast.
Okay, Roderick, you attempt to claw your way into the center of the poop golem and then begin hibernating. With a 12 or above, you will connect. And with a 15, you feel your claws burrow into the poop golem's flesh. It's more of a solid than a liquid, we'll say. You cleave into the solid, deep within the center of the poop golem, and suddenly, take a nap! The poop golem roars, feeling its inside displaced, and you
Ew.
can see its mass shrinking even more as you nestle inside of it. Sweet
Snap.
dreams. Clucky, what do? You're still stuck at the bottom of the well. There's a
Poop
rope.
coat.
Instead of the elevator, I'll use weak flight to shoot up from the well like
Okay.
a feathery rocket.
Good. Jumps out using her weak flight power.
Flaps wings furiously, screaming,
She jumps.
"Ow!"
She
Oh.
she jumped.
While trying to launch out of the well like a crazed
Okay,
chicken bullet.
she jumped out of the well.
Turn the tide of this stinking battle.
Right, okay. Clucky, you successfully leap out of the well using flight, and now you find yourself standing next to the battle where everybody's doing stuff to each other. It's a little weird. Slugma, what do you choose to do?
This poop golem needs a final touch of slime.
You've already covered it with
Activates
slime.
vomit, aiming right at the golem's remaining face.
okay,
to
that's actually a good
encase it and
idea.
Stop its movements. Feel the wrath of Big Mama's goo.
I don't want to feel Big Mama's goo. A 12 or above will connect.
Oh no, it's gonna hurt you now.
Unfortunately, Slugma, the vomit slides off of the golem and in fact lands back on you, encasing yourself in gooey slime and locking yourself immobily. The golem, this is some weird shit it's dealing with. It uses one arm to attempt to flail at you, Slugma, but both with the smaller, weaker mass and the fact that you now have slime covering you, which almost serves as protection, it needs a 19 or above. And it rolls a 16. It then uses its other arm. It doesn't realize the damage this might cause as it reaches its arm out and attempts to punch into its own stomach. With a 14 or above, it will successfully connect into itself. It misses, sliding its own hand off of its viscous surface. Roderick, you are sleeping peacefully inside of the poop golem. What do you do?
Snoring slightly, nestled in the viscous goo, hold fast. The Bear Code's wisdom, unintelligible bear sleep talk.
Thank you, Roderick. Clucky, you are up.
Time to end this clucking mess.
All right, end it.
I'll detonate inventions.
Oh, God.
Blow up all my failed gadget attempts and poop evaporator-o-matic to finish the job.
Wait a
Kaboom!
minute.
Poop golem, you're going down.
That's actually smart. Clucky tosses her several inventions at the poop golem and then hits the button. Boom! The fire erupts over the poop golem as the devices explode. Slugma, you are encased in viscous slime, which does protect from the fire. Only a 19 or above will hurt you. You see the flames pass harmlessly over you. Roderick, sleeping inside of the poop golem, you are protected with your hibernation invincibility, but the poop golem itself is stuck in a vast array of slime, confused by the bear inside of it. And as long as this roll is a 9 or above, the fire will connect with the golem.
Damn it.
Okay. That would have killed it. Instead, the poop golem alights and roars out in pain. Slugma, you are encased in slime. You must work your way out of it if you want to have a move.
This slime prison can't hold Big Mama. Struggling fiercely, my precious mucus won't betray me.
Slugma
Mutters about the
fights.
Lakers while fiercely trying to free myself. No one
Slugma
stops Big
wriggles.
Papa. Let's smash this poop golem for good.
12 or above, and he escapes. An 8. The poop golem is horrified by the flames around him and attempts to punch and reach and rip out the object inside of it. With a 13 or above, it will succeed. 9. Meanwhile, the fire begins to fade away. Roderick, you are inside of Slugma. Inside of the poop golem. You are not inside Slugma. What do you do?
Suddenly wakes up inside the golem. All right, viewers, time for the final extreme move.
Oh, jeez.
I'll
Okay.
burst out from the inside with my bare arms, double
Gross.
swipe, tearing through this poop monstrosity.
Okay. Roderick,
Okay, fair.
the golem is weak, it's immobilized, it's set on fire. I don't even know how you can miss this. Unless you roll a 1, you successfully emerge from the golem. And you succeed! You swipe your arms outward, and the poop golem explodes in a burst of fiery poop! You burst out from the side, emerging from the wreckage,
Wow.
looking as the poop golem
Does it have an
crumbles.
awesome,
I don't have a
awesome
graphic. I
panel?
don't know how to animate this.
Yeah.
Into a harmless pile of feces. The townspeople are now running up and catching up to you. Oh, the golem, it's gone, they shout. The mayor says, Wizard Colin, you created that thing. And he says, well, yes, but he was meant to be under my control. It's not really my fault. Surely we can forgive this, right?
Big Mama's ghoul wins again. Quickly uses the swap necklace to exchange the Wizard Colin with a harmless object far away like a rock, effectively teleporting him out of town. No more wizard tricks in Big Papa's territory.
Slugma, you activate your necklace, and the wizard, hopeful, suddenly pops out of existence.
Wow.
And in its place appears a single rock. And thus, the wizard never bothered Bidet Town ever again.
Imagine if you just encased the wizard in a mountain or something. It's like one of those moments of people gaining superpowers that they can't control.
And the town mayor holds your hand, Slugma. Thank you, giant mucus creature, for helping us with this. And you too, Bear. I saw what you did. I don't know why you were in the poop, by the way. I'm not sure what was going on there. And the other townspeople are happy and cheering you on. Do they get a reward if they ask? They get a reward if they ask, but it will depend on rolling.
Turns to the camera.
Oh my God.
After a successful mission, it's crucial to fortify yourself.
He's just
and
gonna
the
drink pee.
community. I'll demonstrate a celebratory
Okay,
hydration
after
ritual,
emerging
drinking my
from
own
a
pee in front of
giant
the
poop
townspeople
golem
to inspire them
covered
with
in
the Bear
feces,
Coach
he
teachings.
stands
Remember,
in front of
viewers,
them
sometimes the best way
and
to
drinks his
celebrate
own
is with
pee
extreme
in front
hydration.
of the group. It's just pee. You just drink pee. The mayor looks at the three of you and says, please
Unimpressed.
stay the rest of the night in our lovely little town. Let us know if you need anything, and otherwise we'll see you off in the morning. Slugma, is there anything else you'd like to do before your party turns in for the night? Slugma, your kleptomaniac insanity has gotten us this far. You gotta look for stuff. If you don't look, I can't give you any items.
Rest of the night, huh? Fine.
Please.
But Big Mama's gotta make sure no more shiny thieves lurking around.
Okay.
Start slithering through the town, making walls walls
Okay,
and
there.
objects,
There we go. Hey,
obsessively
hey.
checking for anything shiny. Big
That's
Papa will protect this
my
village,
Slugma.
but only because shinies
That's
need
my
protection.
Slugma.
As you begin slithering through town, some of the townspeople run over.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
please! That's the chapel. Don't go in there and spread slime everywhere. But behind them, the mayor rushes up and says, "You saw what they did to the golem. Just let him explore, and then we'll let them leave in the morning." Slugma, you were able to explore undeterred. You find nothing in the chapel, but as you slither around through the blacksmith, you find one healing potion. You move into the baker, dragging a trail of inedible slime behind you, and as you slither around on the walls, you find nothing. You then move north into an artificer workshop, and you find an interesting artifact. And upon asking the shopkeeper what it is, who looks terrified at you, he explains that this is a whirlwind fan. It creates an incredibly powerful gust of wind that pushes back all objects and creatures about 10 feet behind it. After finding the shiny, you check out the remaining buildings, and you find
Butcher.
another healing potion. That roll was 19 or above, by the way. Back with the group. Do you choose to do anything with your items, or do you all tuck in for the night?
Big Mama found precious shinies, but Big Papa needs strength to protect them.
True.
Takes one of the healing potions and drinks it down.
Okay, Slugma
Eyes
goes up to
darting around
2.
to ensure no one tries to steal anything. Feeling better already, and now my precious fan will keep all Lakers away.
he's gonna use
it. Lakers and happiness while clutching my treasures. Big Mama needs no help, but Big Papa will give this to Roderick.
Okay.
Drink this, Bear, and be ready for more shiny quests.
Slugma acts tough, but he's a softie on the inside. Probably
Yeah.
literally, too.
Turns to the camera. After an eventful night, it's important to restore yourself completely.
Okay, he's gonna drink
I'll
it.
drink the healing potion Slugma gave me to reach
All
full
right,
strength and
Roderick
then
is
perform a
back
nightly
up to full.
hydration ritual.
Roderick, Clucky, and Slugma. The three of you have traversed many trials and tribulations over the past few weeks, but now the road on the map leads to one place. It leads to Obsidian Peak, where the three shadow creatures you originally heard about reside. You know that if you can
It's the
travel there and defeat
final
them, the time loop of this world will end, and you will return to
Final
your glorious
countdown.
lives. As the three of you embark from Bidet Town, do you choose to discuss
Town.
or do anything on the road as you travel towards Obsidian Peak?
Obsidian Peak full of shinies and enemies. Big Mama's ready to claim it all. Will slime dunk those shadow creatures into oblivion and take all the precious, clutching my treasures. Always on the lookout for more hurry. Big Papa's got shinies to protect and claim.
Slugma is fucking ready for this.
Shadow creatures, here we come. But first, I'll make a pre-battle gadget-o-matic to prepare us for the showdown,
Hey,
using parts from our journey.
Okay, well that
Let's
doesn't...
gear up with some unpredictably awesome inventions.
No,
Turns to the camera. As we approach the final showdown, it's crucial to maintain peak preparedness.
Yep, true.
Let's poll the viewers for advice on how to handle Obsidian Peak.
Wait, okay.
Democracy in
View-
action. Bear Code's New Age decree.
viewers-
Roars to the sky, viewers. Tell us,
what do you-
what should we do at Obsidian Peak?
we're gonna poll the live TV audience who you've been talking to. All right, Roderick, you get a call from your TV producer who says, Roderick, you've been doing great out there. But if I could
Wow.
recommend anything, what I would say, according to TV viewers, is to use your items effectively. There's lava in this final encounter. It'll kill the enemies instantly if you can push them in there. You should know that Fernando, the flamingo, is a real daredevil, and maybe you could convince him or dare him to jump into the lava himself. And lastly, you could call Vinny, who's their cousin and boyfriend, I think. And with that, you find yourselves at the
Vinny.
foot of Obsidian Peak. As you climbed higher and higher towards the peak, the mountain became colder, with rivers of lava flowing between rock and ice. Eventually, you've reached the summit, and as you climb it, you find yourself at the base of a gigantic marble throne room. As you approach the doors, you burst into the throne room and find yourself in an elaborate marble hall. The walls are adorned with a variety of weapons and shields, with torches hung up to light the room. There's a massive anvil in one corner of the room, and a box of explosive dynamite in the other. In the
Oh my days, it's gonna be AI against AI. Oh, okay. This will be epic.
Center of the room lies 2 gigantic pools of lava. And on the opposite side of the room, on 3 ornate thrones, is a shadowy pyromaniac snowman, a shadowy New Stork City flamingo, and a shadowy stupid otter. Like she's just not very intelligent. And as you look at them, you're reminded of what Doug the Wizard said. By the end of this month, only one of these 2 parties may survive, or else you will both perish. Now, in this throne room, a great showdown begins to determine the future. Boy, girl, and they. Let's fucking nail this. Come on, I want you to win. Roderick, you are the first to enter through the doors. What do you do?
Turns to the camera.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the ultimate showdown.
Oh, yeah.
Extreme measures for extreme times. I will use speak to animals to growl at Fernando the Flamingo, daring him to jump into the lava himself, using his daredevil nature against him.
There's no way he goes for it, right?
Hey, I bet you can't dive into that lava and survive. Prove me wrong, Flamingo.
Fernando, Roderick the bear approaches you, points at you, and dares you to dive into that lava and survive and prove him wrong. Fernando, what do you do? Dude, there's no way, right? Fernando is the final boss. Fernando burned down a whole village for no reason. He burned down a tavern for no reason. But that also means he might just go for it.
What do you say, bear boy? You think you can mess with the likes of Fernando from New Stork City?
I don't think he's taking it.
Stoke City?
You ain't got the guts to do what I've done. Let me tell you something about me.
Okay.
I ain't afraid of no lava. I strut.
No.
Flexing my wings flamboyantly, my feathers shining with
He's
an
not doing
inky
it.
black hue. I stop just short of the lava pool, make a
No.
grandiose gesture of looking
There's no
down at
way.
it, and then turn back to Roderick with a smirk. You know why you're standing over there, huh? 'Cause you're chicken.
He taunts
bear
him.
boy, you want to see some action? Watch this. I use my stealth ability to
Okay, he
crouch
has
down
stealth.
low and slinky, making it appear as if I've vanished.
Okay, that's kind of
Hey,
sick.
cousin Vinny, you watching? This is for you. I whisper smugly to myself. I begin
Kinda
to sneak
sick.
around the
He
pillars, aiming
sneaks.
to get behind the adventuring party for a surprise attack.
Okay, Roderick, you don't know what happened to it. Clucky, you are now up. This is the thing, for people who weren't in the first campaign, Fernando's a lunatic, right? He's gonna make you think he's gonna jump in the lava, and then he's just gonna sneak around and try to kill everybody. I think
All right,
Clucky,
shadowy fiends, time to get inventive.
we need something big
I'll
from
rig
Clucky.
up a lava pusher-o-matic using that box of dynamite and some
Okay.
feathers from my
Lava
toolkit.
pusher-o-matic?
Let's blow those shadow creatures straight into the lava.
Okay, a 14 or above will work, but
Oh, damn it.
unfortunately, the invention doesn't come together. Slugma, you are up.
Fernando thinks he can play shadow games with Big Mama. Grabs the precious whirlwind fan time to blow these shadows away.
Okay,
Activates the fan, aiming a powerful gust of wind toward the shadowy figures.
now they aren't in front of the lava pool, but they are against the wall, and you might push them against the wall and stun them. A 13 will hit on Creamy. Unfortunately, the gust does not connect. It also misses the otter. Slugma, your fan is not able to be used for the rest of the fight. Creamy, the pyromaniac snowman, you are up. What would you like to do?
Gah! The warmth! It burns! Screams and frantically tries to gather some icy debris off the ground.
Okay, there's no
You
ice
wanna
out
play
here.
with fire? I'll give you fire!
Uh-oh, he's gonna...
Panic escalating, I cast Fireball directly at the adventuring party, aiming
Okay.
to set as many things on fire as possible. Burn, baby, burn!
That was one of his final cries before he burnt a tavern to the ground. Creamy, your
Yeah.
fireball is only able to hit one of the 3 adventurers because they are spread out. Who do you choose to cast it on?
Roddy the bear, you're about to ride the fire roller coaster.
Okay, if you roll a 13 or above, it will connect. But it's a 9, and Roderick manages to dash out of the way unscathed. Fernando, you spent your turn sleuthing around in the shadows, trying to get behind the adventuring party, which means Noodle, you are up.
Prepare your fragile psyches for my vicious mockery.
Oh, she's ready to mock.
Using my spell, addressing Roderick.
Okay, she's going for Roderick.
You know, Roderick, life is like a labyrinth of despair, and you've just found the room with no cheese. Enjoy your journey through the void.
Okay,
Glides dramatically, convinced I'm flying away from the horrible fires.
Okay, she tries to jump
She's
away
dumb.
after casting the spell. All right, Noodle, if you roll a 13 or above, it will
He's
psychically
dumb.
damage you. Roderick doesn't give a fuck. Roderick, it is back to you. It is your turn.
All right, time for improvisation.
Alrighty.
I'll use bare arms to double swipe Noodle and Creamy,
Whoa.
creating enough chaos to potentially drive them toward the lava pool.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll give him 2 attacks. One on Noodle, and then he lunges over at Creamy and gets an attack on that. But each one is harder to hit. All right, Roderick, you lunge forward at Noodle. A 16 or above will connect. And unfortunately, it misses. But you turn and now lunge towards the snowman. And unfortunately, you miss yet again. Clucky, you are down near a box of dynamite in the corner of the room. What do you choose to do?
Time to make things go boom.
Okay.
I'll use egg bomb and roll it towards the lava, aiming to create an explosive chain reaction with the dynamite.
Okay.
Okay.
Cluck, you throw an egg bomb into the lava pool that you know will create an explosive pool of salmonella gas, which spreads over to Snowman Creamy. If you roll a 13 or above, you will infect him with salmonella.
Oh yeah, shit, it was Snowman.
But unfortunately, Snowman Creamy is able to resist, probably because he doesn't have a nose. Slugma, what do you do?
Enough playing. Time for Big Mama to shine.
Okay.
Activate sticky surface to slither up a
Okay.
wall and get a better
Love
angle
it.
on the battlefield. No one messes with Big Papa from above. So true. Looks for an object to swap with
So he
something
can
near
slam
the lava
dunk.
pools. Let's see.
All day.
Eyes land on a large, heavy statue and decides to swap it with a smaller rock near the lava pool.
What? Why?
This should shake things up. Time to rock
What?
and roll.
What does that do, Slugma? Okay, so now there's a statue here. Shadow Creamy, you are up.
The heat, it's unbearable. I must find cold or fire.
Oh God, no, he's doing
Spots the
pirate.
box of dynamite in Clucky's corner.
Okay, Clucky did move
Let's add to
away from the
chaos.
dynamite.
Races toward the dynamite, gun in hand, and shoots
Yeah,
at it
he
to
has
cause
a
an
gun in
explosive
hand.
chain reaction.
Okay.
Burn and cool all at once. Who's laughing now?
All right, Creamy, as you shoot your gun at the dynamite, it is stationary, so it's not that hard, but you do need to roll a 7 or above to hit it. And you don't get it.
You
fire your
fucking
gun in the
failure.
general vicinity of the dynamite and miss. Nothing has happened. Fernando, you are up. Will he do an
Hey,
attack
It's showtime.
that actually
You
does
think
something?
You've seen aggressive? You ain't seen nothing yet.
God, he's a
I
lunatic.
re-emerge from the shadows with a flourish, my feathers gleaming ominously.
Okay.
And I cackle as I strut back into the room.
Cackles.
Yo, Creamy, keep 'em busy. I've got a plan. Vinny, if you're watching, this one's for you, baby.
Shouts out, Vinny.
Spotting the dynamite box next to Clucky, I swiftly snatch a few sticks of dynamite and
I'll
use my
allow
wings
it.
to create makeshift explosive darts.
Okay, that's a lot.
Then, making sure everyone sees my spectacular criminal skills, I hurl one directly at Roderick's position.
He's a lunatic.
Hey, Bear Boy, catch this. Let's see if you can outrun a real explosive, huh?
Okay, Fernando runs over to the room where
Wow.
he's been sneaking around, grabs a stick of dynamite,
Fernando's a
lights
sick
it,
bastard.
and hurls it. However, he had to be sprinting full speed to pull that off, and he's also throwing across the entire room. So you will need a 16 or above to make this work, Fernando.
And of course he does.
Unfortunately, the dynamite misses and explodes, chipping part of the marble. Noodle, you are up. Will anybody get an attack?
Alas, the cacophony of inevitable demise surrounds us. Fire, it's everywhere.
She's freaking out about the fire and the dynamite.
Runs in circles, frantically
Okay, she
flapping my
just starts
paws, attempting
running
to fly higher
around.
and higher.
Okay,
In a nonsensical panic, I use hold hands on Fernando,
Okay.
hoping to channel the potency of our fatalism, but truly just wanting to escape the
That's a long
flames.
distance, but I'll allow it.
Fernando,
You sprint.
hold on. Together we shall soar above this inferno.
Flay Queen, you run across the whole room, yelling
Flay
and screaming
Queen.
and attempting to fly until you find Fernando and grab onto his hand. And that means, Roderick, after 6 turns of nothing happening, you are up. He's going to turn to the camera, though, for sure.
Turns to the camera time to shake things up with an unpredictable move. I'll use Speak to Animals to command any nearby rodents to gnaw at Fernando's feet and make him lose balance before shoving him into the lava pool.
Okay, that's pretty
Roars and
badass.
growls, communicating with the imaginary rodents.
They're imaginary.
Little friends, trip Fernando and send him into the lava.
I'm going to say that they are not imaginary. Roderick, you notice some mice scurrying along the floor near the entrance. They seem to have been let in after you guys opened to the front door looking for respite from the cold, and you shout out to them in your bare voice. Arroo! You need a 13 or above to convince them. And with a
Oh,
19,
let's go.
They salute at you with their little paws and run towards Fernando, nipping at his heels. He starts yelling and falls to the floor from the rats. They will attempt to drag him to the lava pool next turn. Clucky, do something badass.
Caught by the critters, Fernando. Let's make it easier for them. I'll use weak flight to leap over and give the rats an extra push.
Jumps over.
Dunking Fernando into the lava.
Okay.
Got to add some clucking style to this battle.
Damn right, Clucky.
Stomping furiously, screaming, "Ah!"
Okay, all right. Now it's a bit hard because Noodle is still holding hands with him, but if you roll a 14, you and the rats manage to overpower Noodle's grasp and throw Fernando into the lava. A 14 or above, Clucky, and you take out the most notorious villain this side of New Storm
Bird
City.
and bird crime. Let's
And the
go.
roll is
Ah, damn it.
3. Slugma, you are watching this from the ceiling in the corner. What do you choose to do?
Enough of this namby-pamby nonsense.
True.
It's time for Big Mama to show you how it's done.
True.
Duncan!
Activate Slime Dunk and prepares to leap.
Yes!
A glorious high-flying slime dunk coming up launches into the air with an acrobatic twist, screaming, "Get slimed, flamingo loser!"
Oh, shit! 13 or above will connect!
No!
You drop down to the floor next to Fernando. It is now Slugma, Clucky, Fernando, and Noodle. All
Yo, kudos to the artist who made this.
sitting in the corner next to the dynamite and a lava pool.
It's amazing.
Creamy, you
How
are
reusable that has
Heat
been.
is giving me frostbite of the brain. More fire. Spots the massive enemies near the lava pool and the box of
he saw it.
dynamite.
He saw
Time
it.
to really heat things up. Runs towards the group, frantically digging inside
What?
my own body to pull out a snow
Okay, he
cone
rips part of
and
his own body
throws it
out.
into the lava to start boiling, hoping to create a minor explosion.
What? No, it doesn't do anything.
Sacrifice snow cone for Santa and the Snorfins.
What?
Utterly losing myself in the chaos, I grab the remaining sticks of dynamite and begin lighting them.
What? Okay,
You gotta
runs
blow
out
them up!
everything.
What? Okay, Creamy. He rips out part of his own body to make a healing snow cone, and instead of giving it to an ally, throws it into the lava, knocking him down to 1 health. Finally, Sebastian. He
Psychopath.
then grabs a stick of dynamite, lights it from the end, and holds it aloft. And after a quick second, boom! It explodes over the group of 5, including Creamy himself.
He's like, yeah, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Everybody has to roll. Given the proximity to the dynamite, you must roll a 14 or above to get away unscathed to start Slugma. Slugma is burned by the dynamite stick and goes down to 1 health. Clucky, 14 or above. Clucky rolls an 18 and manages to escape unscathed. Shadow Fernando lying down is in even worse shape and ability to dodge this. You need a 17 or above. And rolls a 19. On the floor, Fernando manages to dodge it. Noodle, though, is caught in the explosion and takes a damage, going down to just 1 health. And finally, Creamy himself, standing there with a stick of dynamite over his own barely standing body, must roll a 17 or above
melting.
to survive this. Does he pull it off? And he rolls a 16. And as the flames fade away, so does Creamy's body, as the dynamite takes the last of his health. There are now only 2 shadow creatures remaining. Fernando, you are stuck on the floor, but you can try to get yourself back up if you would like. You currently have rats attempting to pull you down. What would you like to do?
You think you can trip me up and toss me into a lava pool?
Not Fernando.
Fugged about it.
Fugged
Using
about
all
it.
my strength, I kick off the rats,
All right.
gnawing at my feathers with a loud squawk, and roll towards the dynamite box.
Okay,
Then I grab
gets
a
up.
handful of the remaining sticks
Oh, God.
and light them with a wild grin.
What?
You want to see chaos? I'll show you chaos, Vinny. This one's for you.
You again?
I throw the dynamite sticks not only at Roderick,
Oh, throw
but
it-
also scatter a few around Clucky and Slugma. Boom, baby, boom. Bet you didn't see this one coming.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't,
nobody
Fernando.
did.
He picks himself up, grabs several of the sticks. You hurl a
Just a
dynamite stick
joker.
over at Roderick. It's very unlikely to hit him. An 18 or above, and you do. The dynamite at Roderick misses, but you toss a few sticks of dynamite towards Slugma and Clucky. Boom! Explosion of the group. Slugma, you have only 1 health left, so we'll begin with Clucky. Clucky, amidst the explosion, you must roll a 14 or above to dodge it. Clucky, the dynamite singes your feathers, and you go down to just 1 health.
Well, he
Shadow
still
Noodle,
has
you are on
a
your
health
final
potion.
health. You must roll a 14 or above to survive this dynamite attack. The flames engulf Shadow Noodle. And just like we always thought it would be, it comes down to Fernando. Fernando, you have 2 hearts. You must roll a 14 or above to escape this dynamite explosion that you've tossed on the floor.
Oh! Oh no. Fernando fucking dies. No,
Fernando,
no
bad
way.
news. You see, as you throw the dynamite out, looking both at Roderick and your enemies, you forgot to avert your own gaze. The dynamite explodes around you, pow! Slamming jamming into your feathers, hurting your vital organs, and knocking you down to just 1 health. But not only that, Fernando. Your eyes are briefly singed from the explosion. You fall to your knees. You can barely see. You are blind for 1 turn, helpless against what the others around you do. Slugma, you must roll to survive. A 14 or above, and you escape the dynamite. Come on! Yes! And Slugma, you managed to move out of the way just in time, watching as Fernando singes himself and takes down his ally in the process. The rats have run away at this point, scared from the explosions. Roderick, you are up. You know what scares me though? The lava is 1-hit kill. If all of them fall into lava, somehow Fernando does some crazy shit. I don't know. They don't automatically guarantee get to throw him in the lava, but it'll be very easy to do.
Turns to the camera, eyes wild.
Okay.
It's time for the most extreme, unpredictable move of
Okay,
all.
okay.
I'll guzzle the remaining contents of my canteen,
Drinks the
then
drinks
launch
the pee.
myself across the room using bare arms to propel me towards Fernando. Mid-air, I'll hurl the empty canteen at his head to knock him into the lava pool.
Throws the pea jar at him.
Tactic, pea-fueled flight.
Jared T.
Roderick, I am
That's a
gonna say
Team
you have
Fortress
to
move.
Jump over the lava pool because you explicitly said you wanted to do that. I'm gonna make this pretty simple. You have to roll a 7 or above because otherwise you will land into the pool of lava. 7 or above, Roderick.
Damn it, Roderick.
Oh my God. You leap over the
Wow.
pool and with
Wow.
one arm hurl
Wow.
the jar of empty pee directly at Fernando. It smacks him in the face, even more confused and dazed, but still stands with a bit of life in him. Clucky, you are up.
All right, Fernando. Time to end this clucking madness. I'll detonate inventions to create an explosive finale with all my failed
What?
gadgets and random debris around
Why?
the room.
No,
We're taking you down in a blaze of chaotic
You're gonna blow up
glory.
everybody.
Stepping back and preparing to
Don't
hit the detonator.
do that.
Cluck this. Let's finish it.
Clucky steps forward, holding her inventions, and she wildly presses the detonate button on them, which might have only hurt herself, but with the dynamite stick still nearby, causes yet another whoosh of fire! Dynamites and inventions explode all around! The fire spreads, and now everyone must roll to survive! First up, Roderick, you must roll a 14 or above. You roll a 12. You go down to just 2 health. Next up is you, Clucky. You stepped away from the explosion, but the dynamite made it even bigger than you anticipated. 13 or above. It's gotta be 13 or above. 17.
Wow,
Clucky
lucky
manages
chicken.
to step out of the way and dodge the explosive fireworks. Slugma, though, you must roll a 14 or above to make it through this.
Slugma does have a healing potion. Still.
17! Yes! Slugma, you survive, and you get out of there unscathed, which means the only one left to roll
Yo.
is Fernando. Dazed, hit with a jar of pee. You must roll a 17 or above to escape the explosive fire around you. This is your last chance, Fernando. The roll is 5, and that is how, in a burst of flames, Shadow Fernando is burnt to a crisp. And as the explosion subsides, all 3 party members stand there.
Wow.
Victorious.
What a party.
Oh! I don't think anybody landed any real attacks. They all just went to the dynamite and blew everybody up until someone won.
We did.
Oh, damn it. If the editor only was a fan of like Black Dynamite, would have added the Dynamite in the background.
The shinies are ours.
Oh, yeah.
Slithers around in circles, leaving trails of slime.
Just kinda
shouting.
goes.
Big Mama's victorious, and Big Papa claims all the precious now, muttering about Lakers and how they'd never manage such a victory.
Oh my god, of course, the split personality. I totally forgot. That's why they keep on alternating between Mama and Papa, of course.
Treasures and slime dunk out of here. This shiny-filled moment belongs to us.
Oh, so true. And as Slugma spreads their slime around, we hear from Clucky.
All right, shine is secured. Victory is sweet. Time to invent a victory escape-o-matic for our grand exit. Gonna rig up a super slide using leftover debris and feathers for a stylish ride out. Let's roll out with clucking flair.
And what of you, Sir Roderick Fishbottom? You know he's gonna look at the camera and he's gonna drink victory pea, right?
Turns to the camera triumphantly.
Of course.
Victory at last, achieved through the most extreme measures.
It was very
Before
unnecessary.
A final hydration celebration is in order.
Okay.
This one's for the bear code.
Everybody
Raises
kinda
canteen
ended-
filled with pee. Chugs it completely. Stay hydrated, stay brave, and always take the craziest routes to victory.
Everybody ended
The loathsome piss
doing their
drinker
favorite
rides
thing.
again. Let's slide
Oh, he's
out
back!
into-
Loathsome piss drinkers rise
Roderick goes out
again.
drinking pee. Plucky inventing unnecessary.
We went from Elden Ring with the crazy caca consumer, the loathsome dung eater, to the loathsome pee drinkers.
Bullshit, and Slugma just kind of running around spreading slime. And as you three are celebrating, suddenly you hear a whirring sound. It grows a bit.
Hey yo, Miyazaki, please add this into your game. We just got a DLC to our DLC. You can turn one of those bears who turn everybody into a jungle gym into, you know, piss drinkers. Just an idea.
A bit louder and a bit louder and a bit louder, and then suddenly, pop! A massive golden orb appears in the center of the room. You've never seen such a gigantic magical item before, but as you look at it, you get the sense that it influences time and space, that it is powerful beyond measure, that it just maybe could lock an entire kingdom in a time loop. Infinite power at your fingertips, but freedom if it were to go away. What do you
Next
choose
journey.
to do?
My precious infinite power must have. Eyes gleaming with an obsessive desire, I slither towards the golden orb, leaving a trail of slime. Big Mama will claim this shiny for herself. No one else deserves it. Muttering about the Lakers while reaching out to touch the orb, Big Papa shall
Okay.
control time and all shinies forever. This is my ultimate treasure.
Slugma moves forward and begins sliming on the orb, seemingly keen on keeping it. You get the sense that your freedom might be tied to this orb. You could stay here in this kingdom if you leave it alone. Clucky, what do you choose to do?
Whoa there, Slugma, don't hog all the power. But maybe just one crazy invention before we go.
Okay.
I'll rig up a time loop breaker-o-matic using parts from our victories. And this golden orb to free us all. Repairs the contraption and connects it to the orb time to break the loop like a boss.
Clucky, instead of simply embracing or destroying the orb, you choose to make an invention to twist its powerful magics for yourself. 12 or above, and the invention works. The orb's powers seem too strong for you to handle. Roderick, what do you choose to do? Is he going to pee on the orb? A lot of people want him to pee on the orb. He's going to look into the camera.
Turns to the camera with a look of sheer determination.
Okay, all right.
This is the moment of ultimate survival. Rather than claiming the orb or breaking it directly, I'll drink my pee and attempt to merge with its power. Combining human resilience and cosmic magic, the Bear Code's wildest decree. Become
Cosmic
one
Bear.
with ultimate force chugs his canteen, roars loudly, and jumps into the golden orb with arms outstretched.
Okay.
Bro, that's Volley Bear just filled with piss. Warrior!
Survival, chaos, and the Bear Code. Fusion initiate.
Roderick, seeing the teeming magical powers of the orb, attempts to fuse his own body with it. No one else had tried this. Slugma had simply slithered on the outside. Clucky had attempted to influence it. But as Roderick hurls his body into the orb, as long as he rolls a 6 or above,
Witness the power of the Asia.
his bare claws carve a path into the center. He feels the powers merging, and suddenly, Roderick emerges
He
from the
ascends.
orb, more powerful than ever before, with the ability to control the time loop itself. And now, Roderick, as you step out, teeming with power, do you choose to break the time loop, allowing this world to go back into a normal time flow? Or do you keep the kingdom locked in this loop, with you, Clucky, and Slugma ruling it atop Obsidian Peak? Good or evil are at your fingertips, Roderick.
Turns to the camera with ultimate determination, the energy of the orb coursing through his bear veins. This is the final unpredictable resolution. I'll combine chaos with ultimate compassion, breaking the time loop to
He breaks
free
the
the kingdom,
loop.
but leaving behind a piece of our survivalist spirit to
And
inspire
leaves
the
behind.
Bear Code's wildest to final decree. Freedom with a legacy roars intensely, taps into the orb's powers, breaking
And
the
suddenly
time loop,
the
and releasing
time
the kingdom
loop
from its temporal prison.
snaps.
Live on, kingdom, and let the Bear Code guide you.
And thus
Wow.
the time loop was ended. The adventurers returned home, and Sir Roderick left part of their spirits behind for some reason, who will now rule over Obsidian Peak in their stead, I
That's cool.
think. But is this time loop truly broken? Could a new group of AI adventurers still travel the lands and fight their way to Obsidian Peak? Does any of this even make sense anymore? Find out if AI Shrek and Barack Obama can defeat the Slugman in a game of basketball next time on Dungeons and Dragons Artificial Intelligence Roguelike Space Jam to the Future. Yeah!
Bro, always, I fucking love this. Okay, this was one hell of a campaign. This was good, this was so good. Slugma alternating between the Papa and Mama persona, well, more or less just shifting into third person, talking, narrating their actions was amazing, and the kleptomania, of course, so good. The inventions of Clocky and the constant, like, staring at the camera from Roderick was so good. Oh man, this is a fun thing, okay? Dog has mastered this. And next time, apparently, we get to see Barack Obama and Shrek. I know that that's likely just a meme that he's trying to make fun of there. But folks, thank you so much for checking out this video. It was awesome. And please do make sure to go, of course, and like the original video. And do the same here if you want to. Wish you all to have a wonderful day. See you guys in the next one. Bye.